generation. We're making moves in the dark, we're shooting for the stars. The future's waiting for us, that's right, we're taking off. maybe you can take me to paradise. I will find you in the night. Do you wanna take me away? Do you wanna take me away?
Every little bit about you. Every little bit about you. The way you look at me, it's almost like a dream. There's something so unreal about it. You started with a touch, now I can't get enough. I'm craving you, I know you know it. I'm wondering just why everything's alive. Maybe it's my call to action. You make me wanna move, you get me in the mood. Now I wanna make it happen. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. The way you pull my heartstrings, you play along to all the melodies around it. The way you touch my mind, I'm dizzy all the time. I gotta have it now, I found it. I'm wondering just why everything's alive. Maybe it's my call to action. You make me wanna move, you get me in the mood. Now I wanna make it happen. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you. It's every little thing, every little thing, every little thing about you.
We had it all when you were by my side. We've given up. Was it a waste of time? You got me acting a fool now. I won't be chasing for so long. You got me high on emotions, and I just look at what you've done. Love ain't easy. Got me down, I'm hung on you. Don't you need me? I just wish you'd tell the truth. It wasn't enough. Now my heart is feeling numb, frozen up. And I gave it all for what? You got me acting a fool now. I won't be chasing for so long. You got me high on emotions, and I just look at what you've done. Love ain't easy. Got me down, I'm hung on you. Don't you need me? I just wish you'd tell the truth.
Guess I shouldn't be surprised. I've been here one too many times. I've chased desire on my skin. Let the heat sink in. nights when it's hard to breathe. Watch my emotions take the lead. Can't control what it does to me. I remember how it hurts. Remember how it hurts, and it's so good to me. I remember how it tastes. I like it in the flames. Oh, it's so good to me. 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 Tell me I'm not here alone. I'm the one you want, then take me home. I'm just love drunk, caught up. Love or lust, what's up? It's all coming back to me. The sleepless nights when it's hard to breathe. Watch my emotions take the lead. Can't control what it does to me. I remember how it hurts. Remember how it burns, and it's so good to me. I remember how it tastes. I like it in the flames. Oh, it's so good to so it's so good to me. Oh, 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 it's so good to me.
Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Welcome to the Mid-Season Championship at CEO 2025 in Orlando, Florida. We are back for day 2 as we kick off our singles bracket. Kaina is here to defend his belt from CEO 2024 from all of these international contenders. Will Godly rise to the occasion and claim the belt? Or will Marky Moo be North America's savior? Or will the people's champion, West, steal the belt away? It's time for us to see who will prevail, so let's start the mid-season mayhem. Welcome inside the Rosen Shingle Crete Resort Hotel. I'm your host, Winan, better known as White Sheepy, and joining me on the desk for our pre-show are the dynamic duo Walt and PJ. Guys, are you guys ready to get this started?
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm so excited. Where are you at, PJ?
I'm feeling great right now. First of all, I didn't know we had a name, so all these top players have names. We're the dynamic duo.
That's cool.
That's
I'm
pretty
about that,
sick.
man. Let's go.
Yeah. We're part of the action too. I know doubles was yesterday. I know top 4 is for Sunday, but we're the team right now, man. I'm excited to be here for
Hey,
the
I mean,
pre-show.
who said you can't play twos during the ones bracket? I don't know. It's going to be a fun
We
time.
seem to be doing it just fine over here, man.
Well, I'm glad you guys are excited for the competition that's going to start today. But first, I got to talk about a few things before we get into about our pre-show and things like that. So, we are gonna be live here on the main stream, of course, same time, same place, tomorrow for Championship Sunday with our doubles top 4 and top 8 for singles. So you don't want to miss that, but also don't forget about the side stream, okay? We will also be live all day today at twitch.tv/ProBrawlhalla with more mid-season action this weekend, because obviously we can't stream everything on the main stage, so please go check out the side stream as well. And of course, if you're tuning in, if you're watching us right now on twitch.tv/Brawlhalla, you should be also earning some viewership rewards. So make sure to tune in literally the whole weekend for your in-game titles, the colors, and weapon skins, okay? So literally, if you don't know what's up for grabs, you don't know what I'm talking about at all, you haven't even seen it, well, here it is. You can take a look right here of the different titles, the colors, the exclusive toy box weapon skins here for Lance, Gauntlets, and Spear. You don't want to miss out, so make sure you're tuning in. Get your free stuff, get your viewership rewards, okay? All right, y'all. Now, of course, I got to talk about what's happening here at the venue as well, because we've got new merch available, all right, here at the merch booth, okay, and online as well. So you want to make sure you check out brawlhalla.insightcodeusa.com, or, like I said, if you're in the venue, literally here right now, head over to the merch booth and grab the newly dropped basic merch this weekend exclusively before it hits the website. I'm literally wearing the sweatpants right now, and they're so comfortable. I'm not even joking. I'm like literally, I'm wearing the sweatpants right now. They're so comfortable. So if you are here at the venue, please pick up this fresh new merch, all right? You don't want to miss it. And then brawlhalla.insightcodeusa.com as well. But wait a minute, guys, because that's not all right? Because we can't forget about the Brawlhalla Fest Reaper t-shirt and long sleeve shirt, which is also available, all right? Go to brawlhalla.insightcodeusa.com before June 20th, okay? Because then it's gonna be gone. So you don't wanna miss it, okay? Get your exclusive Brawlhalla Fest Reaper t-shirt. This was definitely a custom design, like I keep saying all weekend, because I'm so proud of it and I love it and I love our art team. So please get it now, custom designed for Brawlhalla Fest. Don't miss out, brawlhalla.insightcodeusa.com. Okay, now let's talk about the tournament, okay? Let's actually talk about the format first, okay, and about how this tournament's going to be. So, Walt, what's the format? You want to help me out here?
Double elimination bracket. You get 2 chances to survive, make it all the way to grand finals if you can. Everything today is going to be a best of 5, which means there are a ton of matches that you get to play in, whether you get knocked out round 1 or you make it all the way to the end. You got 2 chances, though, so make sure you give it all you got.
Ooh, that's right. And of course, best of 5, right? So, I mean, definitely, we definitely have seen some upsets already this weekend. People taking it back on Game 5 and things like that. So, speaking of format, and obviously you saw that prize pool, right? So let's actually talk about the prize pool a little bit here. So, the prize pool in total is $50,000, but here is the actual prize pool split for the mid-season championship. Yes, I hear you guys reacting, but yes. $50,000 total, but we are also paying out all the way down to 64 with a total prize pool of, like I said, $50,000. So, whoo, great amount of change there. PJ, what do you want to say?
I know you said all the way down. Let's give some respect to the top 64 players, because this is a difficult bracket to make it through. But they will be getting $50 each all the way down. I believe this might be the only game at CEO that pays all the way out to top 64. This is a dream come true in the FGC and prize pools. Look at this prize pool. It's a beautiful split.
Thank you so much, PJ. Thank you for adding that. You're right that top 64, we should give respect. That's not what I meant. That's totally not what I meant. But my point is that we split all the way down there. And you said it yourself, that we definitely go all the way down and give our due respect there. But speaking of tournaments and speaking of the best and biggest and world championship tournament, BCX 2025 is upon us in just a few short months. So have you guys signed up yet? Have you reserved your hotel? They're gonna go fast, so you should be sure to do it this weekend if you haven't already. I've been talking about it, all right? So let's actually check out this video so that you can see what I'm talking about.
No KO options, does get the sidelight, but Hughes still in the orange. There's the GC side sync. It's instantly punished from Hughes, and he is your 2-time Brawlhalla 1v1
bending corners. Feel to the top, gotta get to the top. If I fall down the hill, grip my bucket tight. Whatever the path, gotta figure it out.
On stage, the ground pound, no, there's not gonna be one, but Gosling could not get out of the wall. GC taunted him.
That's a battle pass challenge. That's one for it. That's crazy. He did it.
Unlocked.
And wait, don't know what somebody told you. It's probably best if you don't move, just stay.
Kinda now in the center of the stage, misses the end light.
Look at that boy move.
Experience can only hit stairs, and now he's disarmed. Weapon spot comes in, he's got the gun. He gets the side air. Can he get the edge guard on Loris? Loris makes it back. He gets the stairs. Is that gonna be it?
It should be. He won't be able to touch. And Kaina and Loris are going to be your BCX 2024 doubles champions. Big time freeze while you watch tick.
That's right, it's BCX, our world championship, okay? Tickets, hotels, now available at brawlhalla.com/BCX. And I do want to inform y'all that I did get word that we did sell out of rooms once, so we added more rooms. So please, make sure you are grabbing those right now. You can see that and check it out at brawlhalla.com/BCX, okay? Because this year we've got a whole new venue, and it's gonna be insane, y'all, because it's our year 10 years of Brawlhalla. So you don't wanna miss it, and we've made sure you know when and where early, because I'm trying to look out for y'all, okay? Mama Sheepy's trying to look out. So please plan your trip now, okay? You can buy early bird tickets. They're available until June 20th. Get that swag bag, y'all. Get that stuff, okay? We can't wait to celebrate 10 years of Brawlhalla esports with y'all, our amazing community. So please join us at brawlhalla.com/BCX for more information and get your tickets, get your hotels now, November 21st to 23rd. And I hope I see y'all there, right? Okay, so now let's talk about some players. Let's talk about the players that are playing today. We have so many actually amazing players here from all across the globe. And we need to talk about, you know, who should we keep an eye out throughout the bracket today. So I'm actually gonna talk about someone who everyone's looking at in South America. PJ, I'm gonna look at you because Kaina seems like he's like an unstoppable force. So I wanna know your thoughts about our player, Kaina.
Kaina, I think right now has a very interesting storyline. We were talking a little bit earlier on Friday, and he was telling me about a lot of his life being about change right now, going through a lot of different things in his life. But the one thing that's kind of a constant is his love for the game, and that keeps him coming back over and over again. And people are starting to count him out. I mean, we see him get 3rd, 7th, and 5th at the most recent officials in South America. Kaina hasn't hit the stride that we expect him to see, especially in a Teros dominant meta. What I want to see from Kaina, which he already showed in his 2 space, is that he can still do it. He is your mid-season champion, BCX 2v2 world champion. He's already locked in top 4 for doubles. I want to see him do it again here and be the unstoppable force we know and love of him.
Oh, what a good way to put that in. And Walt, do you have a couple things to say about this?
Yeah, I mean, very well said, right? I think a lot of what we saw yesterday from Kaina is what I want to see translated to today, right? Like when he gets comfortable, when he gets kind of in that zone, he is unstoppable. It's just so hard to challenge a player like Kaina. But like you said, it's a season of change right now. I don't even think he's seeded for top 8 right at the moment. So I don't even think it would be surprising for him to outplace his seed, but we need to see what he's able to do in kind of this shifting meta right now in Brawlhalla.
Yeah, a lot of things could happen today, especially because we've talked about this in the past weekend that, you know, this is an offline event. It's a LAN. A lot of things can change. A lot of things that people and players need to adapt to while they're here in this kind of environment. So we'll see if Kaina can really just continue and be that unstoppable force. Now, I'm going to move over to North America, a player that is definitely on top right now. Some say maybe North America's savior. PJ, I actually want to start with you and hear your thoughts about Markimu.
I want to present the question, the age-old question, how do you measure a year in Brawlhalla? And you look at Markimu, he's gotten 1st places, he's gotten 2nds and 3rds, he's gotten top 8s, but I want to measure his year with love because he comes from a long line of love. You see, his doubles teammate gave him a PC so he can start competing at the highest level of play. His dad drove him here in a 2-day-long drive to make it to the venue so that he could be comfortable. Markimu is the player of love, not only for the game, but every single person around him. Do we measure in golds or do we measure in love? Markimu is the player of love, and I'd love to see him win this tournament.
That was so beautifully said. I'm about to cry over here.
Yeah, I think I just shed a tear from that.
Season of love, season of friendship. I mean, well, I got to get your thoughts about this too, about Marky Moo.
I mean, he's the people's champ to me. I don't know. I think he's just like the guy to look out for right now. If he's not in your predictions, I think you are severely messing up in one way or another. But like you said, PJ, like he has so much support and love and care around him, and I think that's just so cool about just the greater ecosystem of competitive Brawlhalla in general. There is so much support around this community, and to have a player rise to the occasion, rise all the way to the top like this, and have so many people at his back, it warms my heart. I love it.
I love it too, and I love seeing the rise that he's had for literally the past year, because mid-season last year is when really we started taking notice of like, who is this player? Who is Marky Moo? And now he's here literally having so many eyes on him and having so much support and love for literally, like I said, could be North America's savior.
Yep.
He's on top right now, and it's fantastic to see this growth within a year. So I love that you asked that question, PJ. How do we measure a year? Okay, so we still got more players to talk about here because, I mean, I look at this list of players, I'm like, this is insane how many top players we have here. So I'm going to jump back to South America because this is our reigning champion, our back-to-back world champion here. Walt, I got to get your thoughts about Use.
Yeah, I mean, this is a big thing PJ and I said yesterday in the twos bracket, right? There's no free meals in any of these brackets, right? Every single match is hard here, and what better to present than the two-time that we have, the world champion Use. He's an interesting spot for me, right? He had the switch to Fate pretty recently, and it's just been like a weird situation. He's taken a couple of losses to like Balloon Boy. He lost 3-0 to Wes at the Spring Royale most recently. But he's still Used. Like, I just don't, he's still the world champion. How can you say anything else about this guy? I'm looking forward to seeing what he does here, but it does feel like there are some challengers who are starting to step on his toes a little bit.
PJ, what are your thoughts about Use?
I definitely agree with what you're saying about, you know, him having to swap off of his world champion pick. This is similar to what we saw from him in the beginning of the of last year as well, where Use was playing Ezio, I believe, at mid-season. So he's somebody that when Jayan isn't perfectly where he wants him to be, will easily swap onto the Orb Legends. He's one of the greatest Orb players to ever do it, and Fate is in a really strong spot. I mean, if you're playing Orb right now, you're eating well, and I want to see Use perpetuate the motion that Orb is the best weapon in the game. I've been saying this for a long time. Let's see Use do it here. He's got first at Spring Championship, first at Winter Championship. He's the best in South America, but he isn't quite at the World Champion domination level right now. We'll see if he can do it this weekend.
Ooh, it's going to be really exciting to see what he can do and what he's going to show up and doing. And speaking of world champions, a previous world champion, I got to jump back to North America here. I got to talk. Everybody know what I'm about to talk about. We're about to talk about the GOAT. We know this. We're about to talk about Sandstorm. And Walt, I got to know how you feel about Sandstorm.
Yeah, we did some, on-the-floor reporting, and I've heard, PJ, you can corroborate this, I believe, that Sandstorm will be playing Core for this weekend.
Excuse me?
Yeah, so, I mean, everyone can kind of take that with whatever amount of surprise that they want to have. But Sandstorm will be playing Core. I have watched Sandstorm play King Zuba in tournament. I have watched Sandstorm play pretty much any legend under the sun. I think his relationship with the game is in a pretty interesting spot right now, where he's accomplished a lot of what a player in Brawlhalla would like to accomplish, right? So the question now for someone in Sandstorm's position is, do you keep pushing? Do you keep trying to go to that next level? Maybe it gets there with the Core, maybe not, but I think for Sandstorm, at least in my opinion, figuring out like where he wants to take this relationship with Brawlhalla is going to matter a lot moving forward into the rest of the season.
And PJ, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I definitely do. I think you see this a lot from people that are known as the GOAT in their time, and especially somebody that's so tenured like Sandstorm, using 28 gold medals. So, we were talking to him, or I was talking to him a little bit, and he was saying, I don't know how exactly I feel about a lot of legends. I saw him playing Mordex on the pool setup, so maybe he was just having a little fun with the casters. He maybe knew I was on pre-show. He's like, I'm going to mess with you a little bit, put him on Core. But at CEO, at the Mid-Season Championship, there's a lot of other games. I know he's competing in Rivals of Aether 2 later today, so his attention being split between two games puts a question mark on on where Sandstorm will find himself. But who wouldn't want a Sandstorm victory? I know the chat is saying, let's put some W's in the chat for a Sandstorm W, huh? Because I know there's a lot of Sandstorm fans out there still.
Yeah, there's still a lot of Sandstorm fans out there, and of course they're rooting for him, and obviously we want to see him shine. But you make a good point. If his, mental, but his mind is split between two different games right now, I mean, where is he going to be at? Where is he going to be placed compared to some of these other competitors who have, their eye on the money? So I'm going to jump back to a South American player here that we really should continue looking out for, because I feel like sometimes we forget to mention him from time to time. This is potentially also a person maybe considered the people's champion. I mean, it's Wes from South America. And Walt, I want to know your thoughts about that.
Yeah, there is one matchup in particular that's projected for today, which I think is really interesting, and I'll get to that in a second. But Wes is a really unique position for the South American region to me. We've talked about this before as kind of the player who's maybe been kind of like stuck behind Kaina and Yuz in terms of just like in the shadow, right? Like not necessarily we don't talk about him, but he just plays second fiddle to them sometimes. Yo, Wes 3-0'd Yuz at the Spring Royale.
Yeah.
And it looked crazy, But the match that I want to talk about in particular that's projected for later today is Wes versus Godly. And they're going to be projected to fight for top 8 winners side of this bracket. I need to remind the viewers at home that Wes and Godly faced off for top 8 at BCX as well in 2024. And that one was, in my opinion, the most hype set of the tournament. It went like 5 games, so back and forth between these two. Wes is just on this like crazy upwards trajectory, in my opinion. I'm really looking forward to see what he's able to do this weekend.
And PJ, do you have any final thoughts about Wes?
Yeah, I mean, he's the people's champion as his title, and I think a lot of people want to see Wes get a win. He's in the hardest region in Brawlhalla, being PR number 3 behind the world champion and the mid-season double champion. So you're looking at somebody who is 3rd PR, but realistically could be number 1 in any other region right now. Wes is somebody that I think everybody wants to finally get that gold medal above his South American contemporaries. I'd love to see it here. Wes is on the Tesca this weekend, I believe. Very excited for his run.
I really want to see this man shine for sure. All right, now, I know we've talked about a lot of North American and a lot of European players, but we can't forget about Europe, that region. And there's one person that I know a lot of folks are going to be looking out for. That player is Godly. And PJ, tell me a little bit about Godly and the Flame Keeper. That's his nickname that we're giving him right now. The Flame Keeper. What does that mean?
That's so funny because, the reason I've been so musical on pre-show is because we were at karaoke and I asked Godly, what would you do at karaoke? And he said, you know what? I'd probably do a freestyle because that's the type of person I am. It makes sense he's the Flame Keeper because he spits flames in-game. He's a freestyler not only on the mic but also in-game. No matter what legend Godly wants to pick, he can pick basically everybody. He's known as the Gauntlet Master, the mix-up character, the mix-up weapon, now playing the Orb primarily, especially Fate. Godly can do whatever he wants because that's the type of guy he is. He spits flame both on the mic and in game. Let's see how he does this weekend.
Oh my God, that was awesome. And Walt, do you agree? Do you agree about his thoughts?
PJ has had my jaw on the floor this entire desk. I can't believe it. Look, God mode activated. We've talked about this. As soon as he flips that switch and turns into something otherworldly, it's just like how can you stand to battle against this player, right? I think titles like these have escaped him in the past, though, which is the big question mark around it. So I talked to him before yesterday during the doubles bracket, and I was like, is this the one? He goes, I think this is the one, to be honest.
Oh.
And, I really like a player of Godly status, right? He's had Europe on his back for a really long time. To still have that confidence about him and be able to say, you know what, like, I can still stand with the best of them. I can still win. I mean, he almost won the Spring Royale, too, if we're being honest. Like, I think he has a really good shot here. He's one of my favorites to look out for. Hopefully you guys at home are looking out for him as well.
Yeah, we can't forget about the king here, the king of Europe. So, I mean, we'll see how Godly compares to literally this list of amazing players that we've been talking about. And we're not done yet because I'm going to go talk about a North American player that I know is also another favorite. I know it's Slow-Mo's favorite here. PJ, tell me about Balloon Boy.
Balloon Boy is on the other side of the Markimu Wonderkins of North American Brawlhalla, coming up around the same time as well, coming from Xbox as well, but is kind of playing second fiddle in the band that North America meta is. He's PR number 2 right now and seems to be in the shadow of Markimu, who's reached the heights and the highest points of Brawlhalla victories. But Balloon Boy right beside him here, and he's been playing a lot of Vivi, that Mega Man crossover. I'm excited to see if he can finally take the spotlight away from Markimu. Because you can only play second fiddle for so long. Eventually, you got to be on the main band. So I want to see him do do it here. Let's see him do it this weekend. I have a lot of high hopes for Balloon Boy, especially with the strength of blasters in this meta. He's the blasters king in North America right now, and it seems to always be that the player starting with the letter B is good at blasters. We've got Boomy, Balloon Boy. It's kind of passing the torch in that sense as well. So let's see it from Balloon Boy this weekend.
I love that comparison. B for blaster, right?
Absolutely.
Well, do you agree with this? B for blaster?
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. I think one of the things PJ and I talked about yesterday was with actually uniquely Marky Moo and the Future Bubble said as well, is these players that don't have the gold medals or the trophies to hold above their head quite yet, what you kind of take in stride are these small moments, these pockets of time where you can have these victories and say, like, you know, this is a huge moment for me. It's not necessarily resulting in first place, but it will get me to a first place eventually. And I think Balloon Boy is collecting a lot of those over time. He has wins over Use. He has wins over practically everyone in the field right now. But the one thing, like we said, that has been eluding him right now is that gold medal.
Yeah.
And I think it's only a matter of time for someone of his caliber.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely know people are rooting for him. Like I said, this is like Slow-Mo's favorite player. He screams and
He was
shouts.
also like right there screaming.
Yeah, yes. And so I know other folks are going to be looking out for Balloon Boy too and see if he can rise to the top and really claim that gold medal today. One more player we got to talk about here. Once again, another player that I feel like we don't maybe like we talk about and then maybe we forget or something because there's just so many great South American players. But Walt, we got to talk about Vem Tequilo.
Yeah, he's another one that's just kind of like South America's such a strong region that exists in Brawlhalla. He's PR5 right now. This is the big one, and you see it on the highlights here. He won max mode with the Priya. That's the kind of the asterisk here. So we wonder what's going to happen going into, you know, these future events. He did pick up a 4th place at Spring Championship right after that. So it wasn't this like dramatic fall off from winning this tournament. Then Priya gets completely boomed, and then you wonder what happens after the legend swap comes through. I think Vem Tequilo is in a really good spot here. I'm curious to see how he stacks up against some of this competition and kind of where the meta drives him moving forward.
And PJ, do you feel the same way?
Yeah, I think so. I think whenever somebody has that big of a spotlight on them, especially in you know, the eyes of history of Brawlhalla, right? Everybody has the attention on whoever wins the most recent event, and a lot of pressure can come from that. But Vem Tequilo, I think, has taken it in stride, and although getting that 4th place finish at Spring Championship, I'm sure has gotten that max mode medal, had the king title for those months, and said, you know what, I can get it done. We see him here on the graphic. We have him on the Taros, but he could be playing any plethora of Hammer Legends. I see Bodvar on his stat tool page here. So I'm excited to see if Vem Tequilo can do it because I know a lot of people are counting him out this weekend, but we'll see.
Yeah, we're going to see what happens this weekend, see what happens today because, I mean, we've talked about so many amazing players, and Walt, you just said this yourself. I mean, South America, the region alone, there's just so many players to really pay attention to. And so I feel like, man, Vem Tequilo, he's got to fight his way through West and Kaina and Loras and things like that. So those are some players that we're going to see today. Of course, there's plenty of other players that we're going to see throughout today and this weekend as well. And now we've gone over all of this, right? Our main contenders to look out for. PJ, Walt, I want to ask for y'all's predictions on who is going to take it to the top, 2nd, and 3rd. Who would like to start? PJ?
Wanna go?
Okay.
PJ?
All right. Well, Walter, passing it off to me here. So look, I think my first place is Use. I have at first. He's a Orb player, and I love Orb, and I think Orb's in a really good spot. I have Use taking it here. I think it's a subversive take in the sense that a lot of people don't expect Use to perform that well after not recently doing so well, but I think that Fate and Orb specifically is in such a strong spot that I believe that you know, he's going to finally lock in and make it click again like he did at the last midseason, but actually win this one. I have Use at first. I have Godly at 2nd, another Orb player and the GOAT of EU. I think Godly can definitely get it done all the way into top 3. I expect this top 3 to kind of interchange in a sense, but yeah, Use, Godly, and then for 3rd, I have Marky Moo. I don't know if we're supposed to pass it back and forth, but I think...
No, you can finish your podium maybe first. Or, wait. Doesn't matter, but yeah, maybe we can go back and forth.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll go now.
Yeah,
Well, it's your turn now.
I'll start
It's
with
your
3rd.
turn.
Okay, it's my turn.
It's your turn now.
Okay, so for me, 3rd place, I'm going to put Use.
Okay.
I think that he is in a very unique spot, especially the losses to Balloon Boy, some of the losses most recently at Spring Royale and otherwise have been interesting to me, and I just want to see, like I said, some of those challengers step up and like really see if they can take down the world champion. For 2nd place, I have Marky Moo. And I think that Marky Moo is, I don't know, I think you could switch Marky Moo between second and first and no one would really bat an eye. But my number one is kind of where I really want to set the stage here, because I think narratively speaking, for a long time in Brawlhalla, people have said Europe is the weakest region, you know? Europe has been third place, and there's been one guy who's been carrying it for a long time. And I said it before when we talked about the preview. He said, I think this is the one. For first place, I got Godly.
Oh my goodness. The fact that you guys have pretty much the same picks, just kind of switched around a little bit on who's first and third here. And so that's really interesting to see y'all's predictions. Obviously, my heart is going to be torn between South America or North America. I really want Marky Moo. I really want to see Kaina. I'm not quite sure where it's going to go, you know, or there could be a surprise. Maybe it's someone like them or something, or West. I don't know. But I definitely, my heart personally is torn between South America and North America. It's just so many great players out there, and I really love seeing the newer players rise. So I really have like a heart here for like Marky Moo and Balloon Boy, and I would really love to see them show up today and really go win it all the way home, right? Okay, we have just a couple more minutes here before we take a short little break. So why don't we just chat a little bit about what this potential next match is real quick here, because I just want to get your ideas, your thoughts here about pools. So our first match is actually going to be in pools, and I can never pronounce his name, so you guys gotta forgive me, okay? But the first match that I have here is Udeaghac.
Oh, Udeaghac.
Okay.
Udeaghac.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Udeaghac?
Yeah, Udeaghac.
Udeaghac? Okay, and Immaculate Rat. Do you guys have any information?
How do you spell that? What is that assortment of letters you have on your screen right now?
Yeah, Udeaghac. I mean,
That's
I know
crazy.
Udeaghac because he's a community event grinder, and
Okay.
I commentate quite a few community events. So if we look, he's somebody that got 65th and 33rd. 33rd at BCX, 65th at Winter Championship, 49th at Freya. Somebody that I've seen quite a bit every now and again. I believe he plays Cannon, maybe a Zol or Sidra player. And then on the other, who's Udeaghac playing?
Immaculate Rat. I have lore about this
Shout out-
if you need to look him up. But
Shout out to Immaculate Rat, yeah, PR at 63 in North America, 33rd at Winter Championship. Both of these players are people that I would easily go under your radar, but we're here at midseason. Anything's possible. Udeaghac could raise the belt right now from this win on Immaculate Rat. Who
That's
really
crazy.
knows?
I think you're sleeping on the prospects of Immaculate Rat. Let me tell you. So I have the lore. I do want to bring this
Okay,
up.
what's
This is a
the lore?
crazy story. So at Plat Fight last year, which did have a Brawlhalla bracket, there was an event at that Plat Fight tournament called Plat Masters, where it was an assortment of platform fighters, Melee, Ultimate, Brawlhalla, you know, Multiverses, a bunch of different games. And Cake Assault, the GOAT of Rivals of Ether, which has happened in a couple stages over here, played Brawlhalla, played Mega Man, and like knew ball. Like he was very good, which
Okay.
was surprising. He knew blaster strings. He was
He could
playing
delay
Mega Man.
recovery, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
like
He was good,
he knew
yeah.
he knew
Yeah.
combos. And me and Sparky were on the desk for that match, and we were shocked because we were like, how does a player who seemingly has never touched this game know this game so well? So we asked him after. He goes, I know a guy.
Oh.
And I'm like, that's crazy. Like, are you going to elaborate further? And he goes, oh, I've been training with this guy named Immaculate Rat, who's been teaching me all the strings and everything. So if you get the GOAT of a different game, Rivals of Ether, I don't know, man. You saying Udeaghac might be able to hold the belt? I think Immaculate Rat could also hold it too.
Oh my God, what a lore. What lore there?
crazy.
That's crazy.
It's crazy.
That's so cool. I mean, I just love hearing stories like that and being like, okay, yeah, this community of just platform fighters coming together playing, oh yeah, I learned from this guy, from here and that. And that's just so cool to me. But what amazing lore here about all that. And like you guys said earlier, I mean, it's pools, it's an offline event, anything could happen. Who knows who's gonna come out on top here? And we're gonna see who is gonna be the best player to adapt and go and move forward in this singles bracket today at Midseason Championship. All right, y'all, thank you guys so much, PJ, Walt, for talking to me on this pre-show. But of course, before we start the Midseason Championship, we're gonna have to take a really quick break to make sure the players are all ready to go. And of course, when we come back, we're gonna kick things off with our singles bracket. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to dance with danger? You don't wanna samba with me. My kicks are a bit over the top. Vambora, this fight is about to get funky. Tá bom, let's dance. Ah, you can't dodge boots and bullets. My pistols make the best dance partners. You need a little splash of color. My bullets leave a lasting impression, but my dancing will take your breath away forever. Boas-vindas a Brawlhalla.
You almost died from a broken heart, so I installed a new one. I'm also working on a moral compass. It's like I always say, necessity is the motherboard of invention. Someone's waking up. Good morning. Failure is not in my programming. When life gives you lemons, build a robot to throw them back. I never break a sweat, literally. You may be fast, but I'm overclocked. Your moves could use some debugging. I don't let power go to my head. I use it everywhere. All I need is a wrench and a plan and a power source. Welcome to Brawlhalla.
간식 시간이다.
문어 좀 먹을래? 나 없어. 잘 먹을게. 크게 불태워보자. 배고파! 빨리 해보자고! Time to unleash the dragon! Rear powers의 맛은 바로 이거다! 디저트도 먹어! I'm working up an appetite! 밖에는 거북이, 안에는 드래곤! 이기는 건 디저트만큼 달콤한 거야. 뭐 거의. Welcome to Brawlhalla.
Who said it? Who we gotta knock off? Cause you mixing with me is like keys in a sock drawer. I'm on target like 30 from half court. You're 15 minutes of fame for more than a half short.
Stage with down out, eating that end light, coming back on, but that's a side stick on the wrong opponent, but it does not matter.
Hide away! Are you kidding me? Hide away! That's what I got till I break the mold. Weight on my shoulders, don't ever fold. We can't break even, no, I bet it all on me.
It's instantly punished from Hughes, and he is your two-time Brawlhalla 1v1 World Champion.
Welcome back to the Midseason Championship here at CEO 2025. And joining me on the desk now is, of course, Dara and Slow Motion. Guys, how are we feeling about the singles competition today?
I'm excited. I love singles. Like me and Dara and I are both singles people. Like this is good. This is good. This is good for Holiday.
Okay, well, Dara, tell me how you feel.
Yeah, I'm very excited for today. We got a long weekend of some exciting singles matches coming on up. This is my preferred format, no bias, and we're going to be opening off with some pools, right? Before the top 32. I believe we're going to have some elimination side, some winning side matches. We've already had like a handful of upsets, but we have everybody from every single region coming in, joining us today, and I don't know, we've already got some exciting stuff in bracket.
For sure, for sure. We've got a lot of information out the pre-show. I just want to... PJ's the GOAT. Like, he touched all of our hearts with his story there. That was great. No, a lot of storylines unfolding here, and I'm definitely to see how all the regions intermesh here.
Yeah, singles is always going to be fire. Like, seriously, we don't know what's going to happen. And there's so many high, like, octane players here, and we really don't know what's going to happen. Who's going to actually take it on top this time around, you know what I mean? And so let's talk about that first match that we semi-talked about a little bit at pre-show too. This is Udeaghac versus Immaculate Rat here. And I want to know your thoughts, y'all, about how this matchup is going to be like. I'm going to start with you, Dara.
So that's an excellent question. I don't think I've seen Immaculate Rat play before, so
I was hoping you had info.
No, I was just gonna let you down. But Udeaghac is staple of the scene, staple of the North American scene. So you know, just by like name recognition alone, already in my head, I'm going, yeah, in bracket placements, it's probably Udeaghac. That's how I'm feeling at the moment.
I think you're correct. But I mean, when in kind of brought it up a little bit though, when we're at LAN, I love that LAN effect. You never know exactly what's going to happen. People show up and play out of their absolute minds when it's in person compared to when it's online, and you really can't. It's hard to pick things, especially when you have two, you know, wild cards, maybe under talked about players that we're now seeing first game on stream.
Well, it seems like chat here, as far as chat predictions, they are leaning towards Udeaghac. I'm sorry if I keep mispronouncing your name. I'm going to be like really apologetic right now. But 62%.
And there's a reason for this. Udeaghac beat Vicina in a Game 5, which I just saw you face up. Listen, the start GG does not lie. The bracket path does not lie. Vicina is out of the tournament before top 32, which you know, isn't necessarily supposed to happen. That was not seeded. I don't believe that was expected for anybody.
No, that's one of those LAN effects. Like
that's LAN effect.
Yeah.
LAN effect is coming into play in full force. So
for sure.
Udeaghac's on an excellent bracket run. Immaculate Rat got a 3-0 over Levi. A couple of other names as well. Went down in the winner's side against who? Against Markimu. Got 3-0'd by Markimu. So that's tough. That's Markimu, the one and only. He's in basically everybody's top 3 predictions. Some of you may be thinking that he's going to take it all today, so pretty understandable. But, Vicina got upset twice today. Vicina got upset by Halo Prince.
I see that.
And then an elimination side by Udeaghac, so this was not Vicina's tournament.
Oh, rough day for Vicina.
Yeah. Dang, that's rough. But talking, I mean, I'm glad you brought that up because that means that Udeaghac is making a run right now because this is on the elimination side of one of the pools bracket that's going on right now. But it's possible this person, Udeaghac, can literally continue this run on the elimination side. And, I mean, do we have any feelings about Immaculate Rat at all? Any information? I know you guys haven't seen him play, but, I mean, what about that lore that Walt dropped on us?
That is true. That is true.
What do y'all think? He literally taught another person, a Rivals player, who just came on over during, Platfest and was like...
That's awesome.
Doing strings, as if no big deal.
Right.
Here I am with blasters, you know. So, I don't know.
I wouldn't be able to tell you, but I could tell you a little bit about Immaculate Rat's bracket placement.
Okay. Oh, yes, tell us.
So, at a winning championship, so respectable 33rd place. Okay. That's one match away from being able to make it into top 32, which is a pretty big deal. 65th at BCX as well. I feel like, no, I've definitely seen the name before. I've seen the name in bracket before. I just don't think I've had the pleasure of casting one of the matches. But other than that, you know, a couple of 33rd placements. Everything has just been basically trending upwards. The 33rd at the winning championships, and then
that
the
25th,
at BCX.
that top 32 in Trial of Freya. That's a pretty good placement as well.
Ooh, 25th, that was a pretty stacked tournament as well. So that's all I could tell you about Immaculate Rat at the moment.
We're going to learn something today, Dara.
The screen is telling us Olgrim. Sometimes the screen lies. Maybe it'll be another Olgrim.
It could be. I know the players are still trying to get set up here and ready. And so based on some of the things we just talked about between these two players, I do got to ask, what are y'all's predictions? Who's going to take it on top? You saw chats. What about y'all's?
I think I'm gonna very rarely agree with chat. I think they might be right this time. But you know, it's just like anything else. We have to see how things play out. Oh, that's a great shot.
Oh, it's wonderful.
That was a great shot.
Yeah, we got a beautiful stage shoot. But yeah, I got a feeling those are going to be the legend picks. You know, I still have Udeaghac. But honestly, not to discredit his win potentially here, but it seems like Vecino was not having an excellent day. Or alternatively, Halo Prince and Udeaghac are doing amazing and phenomenal today. So there's two sides and two perspectives that you can look at that with. But between the two of them, honestly, the bracket placements are actually quite similar. In fact, Immaculate Rat, they almost have inverted placements. At a winning championships, Udeaghac ended up placing 65th at BCX. He ended up placing 33rd, 49th at the Trail of Freya. So honestly, it should actually probably be Immaculate Rat, if anything.
Whoa.
Well, looking at the breakdown and looking at their placements, I think this, regardless, is going to be a really tight set. I think from their placements, it seems like we have a very close skill gap between these two players, and I think that this could be a really good one to start us off with.
Yeah, so it seems like Udeaghac is going to be on the Asuri. It's going to be interesting. I feel like Asuri, not somebody that we see a whole lot these days, simply just because Sword has fallen out of the favor, out of the golden graces in a lot of people's eyes, a lot more recovery frames that you have to go ahead and consider. Katars, they also took a slight hit in terms of the damage output.
I believe so, yes. But the sword nerf was a little rough. Those end frames, definitely you don't want to miss.
That's right.
You do not want to miss.
Yeah, but Ulgrim usage, that has continued to stay up, and in fact probably more up than ever, both in twos and then also leeching on over into the one side.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we expect Ulgrims when it comes to 2v2 game mode, but it's not a legend we really see a whole lot in ones.
Oh, it looks like they actually are getting ready right now. So I'm going to pass it to you, Dara Slow-Mo. Take it away.
Yes, ma'am. Here we go. Game 1, set 1, Dara.
That's right. It's the first set of the day, everybody. Well, the players have been playing all day long, but it's the first set of the stream. That's what matters. I'm excited to see what their legend picks are going to be. Maybe we're wrong about their legend picks. Hopefully the graphics were correct. Let's go ahead and find out.
All I know is Immaculate Rat looks very happy to be here.
Oh, yeah, he's excited. Okay. So, okay. All of the legend picks that we talked about previously, all of it's gone. Throw it away. Okay.
I like this Thor pick. I like this Thor pick a lot. Hammer is so good right now, and Orb is decent.
Orb is always...
Don't do it. Don't do it, Dara. Don't do it, Dara.
Orb is always so good. And right now, Immaculate Rat, controlling the stage, getting quite a bit of damage onto Udeaghac here, struggling to make it back on. Blasters on hand.
Immaculate Rat being very, very cautious, very methodical here at the beginning, kind of really feeling out his opponent, making sure he does not put himself at unnecessary risk. Ooh, great job. That's going to go in from the stock. And he's very healthy on his first still, Dar.
Yeah, it felt very comfortable just submitting off stage. Udeaghac just desperately trying to make it back on, ended up getting spiked by the recovery. Immaculate just once again holding down the stage, looking so comfortable, looking so confident, not going to be able to pick up the hammer again.
I'm going to swap over to the orb. We're going to get a look at that here. Oh, he throws it immediately away. He wants that hammer. He is liking the Thor hammer kit. Udeaghac trying to find a place to start this opener on the blasters. Sharking the ground. Got the catch. Going to go ahead and set him up. The Nair was the last connection, but that recovery is going to go and connect, and that is going to go ahead and equalize the stocks.
Okay, Udeaghac just backing up a little bit here. I feel like right now, Immaculate, this is like a Thor play at the moment. We're seeing some pretty aggressive signature usage, at least we got to see in the free stock. Looking for that side call out, not going to be able to find it. Weapon toss down, side light, not going to be able to pick up the weapon again. Just more so opting to play with the hammer. Nice GCD light to be able to cover the cross up. That is what Blaster Urbans love doing. They love that GCD light because that move is big and it's active and it covers the ground and it also covers jumps and it covers behind you. It does it all.
Ooh, nice weapon throw to go ahead and get the opportunity to try and start the string. Udeaghac is looking fantastic on these blasters, though. I'm really enjoying the movement, and the movement's getting better as we get through this game. We're about 2 minutes in, and you can see him starting to warm up, starting to feel comfortable on those blasters. There we go. Caught the dare, going to send him all the way down. Can he get the ground pound? He's going to dodge right through it. Udeaghac trying to make his way over with the dare, can't find it. Oh no, can Immaculate Rat get back up on stage? Dara, how's he going to get up there?
Committing off stage, ground pounds and going out there for the recovery. Let's see if Udeaghac is going to be able to punish this, but D-Light into the recovery is enough to KO off the top, and now Udeaghac with a very gentle stock lead. Immaculate if he's going to pick up the orb, just a side light sail at this point probably should be enough to take the stock.
He had the orb primed. He does need that side light Sair. See if he can be off. He's just searching for the Sair. He's not even trying to catch anything on the ground, trying to stay out of that D-Light off of the blasters. There we go. We got the opportunity there. Weapon throw out, and he immediately wants that hammer to finish off the stock. Oh no, here we go. We're finally going to see Squatar action. Oh no, he got caught in the combo. Finds his way out. Got an out. Okay, sidelight over.
GC sidelight. Oh, and then missing the stomp, saying that GC sidelight was so committal. That was such an unsafe distance. Immaculate dropping the punish, catching the dodge. Nicely done with the D-light into the recovery. Udeaghac now has an amazing lead for himself, and that is going to be enough. Nicely done.
That was a very interesting game. We saw Immaculate Rat look very, very confident, especially in that first stock, was just kind of standing in place, fishing out his stomps, doing what he does on hammer, and then we saw Udeaghac just warm up throughout that game and start taking that momentum back.
I felt like he was shaking off the gust. He
Yes.
was definitely starting to move a little bit more comfortably. You know, with blasters, you have to be mobile. You have to be super, super quick. You have to be very evasive. And I felt like, oh man, missing a stomp so like that is huge. You really can't be doing that. Immaculate now going to be switching on over to the Telos, which is, you know.
I mean, okay,
That's what everybody's doing. Lose game 1, go to Telos. No reason not to. Probably the best legend in the game at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we saw how he was playing on hammer. He definitely favored that weapon on the Thor. The Thor didn't work out for him, and now he's got some more power behind that axe, and also still has that hammer to be able to use. But it seems at least with the Teros pick, he's going to utilize both weapons in his kit.
Oh, missing the sail and just eating the side sig. Udeaghac already going to be losing his free stock. Nicely done. Good punish though. Yeah, you got to be so careful whiffing anything against Telos because anything remotely laggy, he has those big, active, strong hitboxes. Immaculate, bit of a nasty position to be able to come back up. Udeaghac just going through the sail. I think he was just looking to hit Immaculate on the side of the stage as opposed to putting him back on, but got there a little bit too late. Not enough
it happens.
KO.
He still got his damage in. Oh, Immaculate fighting back unarmed, getting sent all the way over to the right side. Oh, another unarmed recovery. Is he looking for another way? He's going to go back and get the axe. Weapon throw out. He wants that hammer. He wants to be able to get that good light attacks damage. He's just in the air fishing for a Sair. We saw this with the orb as well, where he wasn't staying on the ground. He was just throwing Sairs out.
Udeaghac is just playing so second view right now, waiting. But the thing is, if you're going to be the one to play second, if you're going to be the one to play a little bit more passive, you have to land those hits. Whipping a sidelight like that by dashing in too far, that's dangerous. You have to take the most out of your openings. Immaculate just going to be finding it down. Udeaghac getting a sidelight, not going to be able to get the end light, but the recovery does connect, and that stock is gone. Udeaghac this deep. Just about anything from Telos can KO. Picking up the axe.
Well, that would if it wasn't for the angle that he ended up connecting at. Udeaghac trying to get a weapon. Immaculate throws away his trying to weapon star, but now Udeaghac has those guitars in hand, swapped over the blasters, grabbed a cancel D-light into Nair again. Can he fish out this knockout?
Okay, dashing in, dashing out. Again, whipping that sidelight. No punish from Immaculate, just able to get the D-light. Nicely done. Udeaghac. These are a lot of whiffs. These are a lot of whiffs, a lot of really dangerous spots. Oh, the bait! The GCD light ended up connecting anyways. Okay, Udeaghac, oh, he is playing with fire.
He really is. Immaculate's just fishing on these Sairs, not finding any connections on them. Udeaghac, here we go. Oh, that was an interesting edge guard there. Thought Immaculate was going to go ahead and float up.
Get the end light. Okay, the GC end light though is finally connecting. Udeaghac, I'm gonna be honest, blasters, they do let you swing, but Udeaghac wasn't swinging from a safe distance. He was so close to Immaculate, and it just felt like Immaculate was missing a few punishes, but the double recovery, Udeaghac just able to take it off the top, equalizing the stocks. The damage is just about even as well. Whiffing the end light, gonna give Immaculate the chance to pick up the axe now, landing with the sail, and just like that, with one hit, Immaculate has a lead. Combo?
Every swing off that Teros axe, you can literally watch the color change over on the stock count. And Udeaghac needs to find some sort of offense here on this final stock. He's letting this game slip away from him here as Immaculate Rat's able to put some more damage. There we go, another dare. That's going to go ahead and get him a little closer to red. And Udeaghac is finding himself very close to knockout range. Wait, I take it all back. I take it all back.
Oh, but the grab pound, Udeaghac going to be putting himself off stage. Now stuck at disadvantage. Exclamation marks yelling at him to be able to get back on, and Immaculate does end up putting him back onto the stage. Udeaghac is at a huge damage deficit. Immaculate, he went through the rising hammer side instead of the falling one. He wasn't able to hit Udeaghac grounded. The down is going to be enough to KO off the top, and Immaculate going to be taking game 2, bringing us to a 1-1 game.
He about let it slip. He about let that slip away, but Immaculate Rat buckling down, locking in, and tying this setup a 1-1. So we're going to be all tied up going into game number 3. The Immaculate Rat is switching over to the Teros, obviously helped out just a little bit with that extra boost of power. And for the most part, except when he was just whipping the Sairs over and over and over again, he was finding damage, he was getting it done. That was clean. Great scoop.
I have to say,
Yes.
Udeagha's whiffs are beginning to make me a little bit nervous. That one GC Enlight that Immaculate Rat connected was like, oh, okay, he was close enough. He was able to get the punish. A couple of times he just ended up missing his punish. But normally blasters, this is like one of the few weapons I feel like that can really get away from like a good space from a good distance, pressing a lot of buttons. Like you can do basically one after another. But when somebody's up that close, especially as Axe, Immaculate should. There's a couple of moments where he could have gotten that punish. So he was tightening up on those as the game went on. We'll be going on to game 3. And we're going. Oh, this is an interesting stage to take Teros to.
It's a very interesting stage to take Teros to. Okay, we're gonna see how this works out. We got Udeaghac on the Asuri. Gonna see what we can get done with these guitars again. Nice recovery back up. Seeing a little more aggression coming out of Udeaghac here as we start off game number 3. 15 seconds in, and we've already got Immaculate Rat into orange.
Yeah, I like the switch. The blasters, you know, as we talked about, they weren't working out the best. They were beginning to get punished. Going to be looking through that NSIG, does not find it. Immaculate just going to be getting that weapon toss, looking for the neutral to get this juggle going. Udeaghac lands it nice and safe. Weapon toss, GC Enlight not going to connect, but the D-Light recovery actually going to end up KOing off the top. Nicely done. And just like that, Udeaghac has a big lead.
Yeah, so see if he's going to be able to continue on this. He's got to be feeling good about the position he has carved out at the beginning of game number 3. But Immaculate Rat has that axe, and he's starting to swing it, but he got caught up in another guitar string. The recovery is going to whiff, but he's able to come back down to landing and still pick up Immaculate Rat with those guitars. Reaching with the D-Light again, can't find it. Weapon throw up, back to guitars. He had him primed. He's racked up so much damage, Dara.
Immaculate, if only he delayed his down a little bit, I think he would have been able to get Udeaghac, but the NSIG is going to connect successfully. Udeaghac is not going to be able to make it back onto the stage, and Immaculate is now coming up with a lead. But you know what? Udeaghac is doing what he needs to with guitars, right? He's catching the landings. He's able to get all of the D-Light recoveries. If guitar is connecting D-Light, then guitar is going to be winning the game. If guitars are whiffing D-Light, if they're not getting the recoveries, well, then they're not consistently KOing. The damage, it can easily be equalized with just a couple of hits. This is Teros after all. Nice call out on the jump. Drifting out with the Seri, just putting himself off stage to make it as safe as possible. Picking up the hammer again. The NSIG almost connected. That could have been nasty, but the optimal combo off the D-Light. Nicely done from Udeaghac as he takes the stock lead once again.
I like the weapon star from Immaculate Rat. He was using all of his options, using everything he can to try and give himself any advantage possible, and it really put Udeaghac there in a dicey situation there for a couple minutes.
Nice delay on the dodge. If you dodge immediately, the recovery, it's just able to get there in time and still be able to punish you. So, okay. He led into the ground pound, tries to go through the recovery. Udeaghac, so comfortable, unarmed, doesn't even need a weapon. Oh, he's doing amazing.
You took the words right out of my mouth. He looks very, very confident, unarmed. Okay, that D-Sig is going to go ahead and send him flying, but that's just Teros. That's what it does.
Something about Teros' Axe D-Sig this weekend. I've seen every single one of them connect. Every single one of them. Oh, but the Haymaker, not going to be enough to take the stock off the side. Picking up the sword. This is actually, in my mind, preferred. This is the consistent KO weapon, but Udeaghac just going to be throwing it away. Sidelight, Enlight, dodge read. Not going to be able to get it here. Ooh, okay.
Oh, come on, bro.
Oh, no. Needed to jump in a little bit, just jumped in place.
He just
to get the ground pound.
He just wants to fish it. There we go. Udeaghac going to go ahead, and he was fishing that clip hard. He wanted it bad. He wanted that an arm knockout, and he got it. You're going to go ahead and send him up a 2-1. And keep in mind, everyone, this is an elimination aside match.
That's right.
Whoever ends up losing this set is unfortunately done for today.
A lot on the line here.
A lot.
So, what ended up happening, honestly, I mean, I think he said it best, even when Udeaghac was like without a weapon, I actually think he did fantastic. I'd love to get a stat on the numbers on how much damage he dealt without a weapon, because it was genuinely very substantial. Otherwise, he was a little bit more consistent in KOing, he was a little bit more consistent in getting his damage out, but I feel like also his stocks were quite early. I think it was like the first stock that was like off the top. It was surprisingly early, so, you know, small worlds end, it giveth, it also taketh away.
Yes.
So just as easily as you're able to KO off the top, well, guess what? Teros is able to do the same thing, but in this time, it ended up working out better for Udeaghac.
For sure. I will say that looking at this power rank, this really is just such a close game. There is only 6 power rankings that separate these two players, and you can see how close the skill is as we get ready to go in. Looks like Immaculate Rat isn't smiling no more. He's looking a little more serious, Dara.
That's right. Oh, the game leading. He's leading in. He's gonna go to play this next game. It's interesting. I like the Asuri switch, but what does the Soil do? I mean, Udeaghac just wants to be playing this on guitars, which I don't know. I don't feel like that's like necessarily the typical choice. I think Katari's like do quite well in neutral against Hammer.
Yeah.
But against Axe, man, it just feels like Axe is such a preferred weapon to go up against Katari's, and yet Udea, he was doing just fine. And now we're seeing the aforementioned Ulgrim. That's right, Immaculate going to be going back to the foreshadowed legend pick of Yori picking up the Lance, who able to get the neutral, trying to catch landing, the safely spaced downer, Sidelight didn't end up connecting. Sidelight, D-Light, not able to get the neutral.
They did a really good job staying out of that nair from Immaculate Rat. Interested to see what this Ulgrim do, though, as the edge guard coming into play, working on that soft platform. Cannot, there we go. The dare is going to connect into the D-Light.
Nice punish, that was optimal, going to be putting him off stage as well. And the side sig is not going to be enough, surprisingly. Immaculate going out there for the ground pound. He is going to get punished for it. Udea, you saw him, he wanted to fight unarmed again. The delayed downer to be able to catch the dodge, and just like that, that stock is gone. Delaying the downer, waiting a little bit, he was just one step ahead.
That's a heck of a lead, too. Looking very healthy on that first stock still. Watching Udeaghac trying to adapt to this Ulgrim pick in real time. I do like Immaculate Rat has been swapping his legends as he goes through here, trying to keep Udeaghac guessing, trying to get him adapting. We are all tied up, though, in this game number 4.
They're just going to be opting for the Katars. Okay, he is fishing, and he has been punished for that already multiple times. Again, it's not that big of a punisher, just a couple of hits.
That was a nice neutral sig.
Not able to get the GCD light. Immaculate, a little bit too low, wasn't able to get the neutral in time. The downer does connect. This is not a good position for Udea to be in. The landings are getting caught by the neutral. The downer, a little bit too far to the left, was not able to connect there, but this damage is now piling on. Okay, nice adaptation. So Udeaghac, he was previously covering the ground. He did it again. Immaculate, he's just spacing his siders a little bit higher than the ground. Udeaghac thinks that he can catch a landing. He's been already unsuccessful multiple times. He needs to start punishing those with the D-lights instead.
I agree. He's also having a really hard time getting in on this Lance snare. He's not finding an option to be able to punish. There we go, the recovery up. Can he juggle it? Can he juggle it? He's looking for it. There we go. That recovery is not going to be enough. Can he get a third one? No. Immaculate Rat, weapon back up, axe in hand. Udeaghac back to fist, but we've seen he's very, very comfortable, very confident without a weapon in his hand. Immaculate Rat.
Did it again. He tries to cover the ground. He's not accounting for the drift. He's getting lanced. He is getting lanced. You're like, oh, yes, sir. I want to punish all the end lag. I want to punish the recovery frames. And then you whiff, and then it is you who gets exploded. So if you are punishing it, you have to hit it. You just have to hit it.
Absolutely. All right. Being very careful here. Caught the dare. There we go. That Sarah's going to connect. Udeaghac looking. He can finish it. Nope. There we go. That recovery's not going to get the stocky backlit, though. Catches a Sarah all the way up in the air, letting Udeaghac know that I can still fight back. Okay. Another recovery. That one was enough. Everybody is on a final stocks game 4.
But it is Udeaghac who's a little bit behind the damage. Immaculate, he had the Lance primed. He's going to go for it again. He's able to get the side light, but then he goes for the D-light after the side light. I don't know why. Instead of going for like a down to the neutral. Okay. Just jumping around, he whips the downer, nice punish. Udeaghac, he keeps covering behind with those neutrals, they don't connect. That's going to be the side light downer. D-Sig not going to end up connecting, looking for the jump call out. Oh, Immaculate, he just wants Udeaghac off stage with these siders, but they're not connecting, and Udeaghac is now getting the punishes.
There, gets whipped again. Udeaghac with the side sig, going to put himself out there, weapon throw out. We now have the axe. See if he's going to be able to rack up this damage. He has Udeaghac in knockout range at this point. Oh no. Ooh, that signature would have done it. Wait a second, though. Udeaghac's fighting back. This is coming down to, they're both very, very deep red. There we go. Big recovery, completely tied up on the health now. Another recovery that was exhausted. Didn't really get the force he was looking for.
Oh, no. He got the weak hit of it again. Okay, D-Light Sarah going to be putting Immaculate in a nasty position off stage, playing it nice and slow. The Sarah's still drifting back off stage and is now left without a weapon, getting the recovery called out. And Udeaghac going to be clutching it up at the end with the sword. Just able to get the sider to go ahead and finish it all off after what was a pretty big lead for Immaculate.
Yeah. No, that was a good confirmation off of that, Sarah. Switch over to sword, got it done, and congratulations to him. He is going to be moving forward. Unfortunately, we can't say for the same for Immaculate Rat, but we're going to take a look at some of these highlights, I'm sure, and we can kind of see how we got here.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest, towards the end, it did feel like Immaculate was fishing a little bit, and that happens when you really want a KO.
Like a little bit?
Yeah, we saw like a bunch of like D6s, and granted, they were like safe, but he didn't end up getting punished for those too badly, but it was the siders, honestly, at the end. As the set went on, Udeaghac got a little bit more comfortable catching like the end leg on sale. When you go up against Lantern, is like the first game that he actually opted for the Ulgrim. You need like a few. You need to let that side whiff a few times. You need to whiff a few punishes on it before you're like, oh, okay, that's right. That's how I punish it.
Right.
Yeah, as a Lance player, you cannot be too trigger happy with it. And Udeaghac was just able to punish him successfully for it. At the end of that weapon toss, leaving him without a disjoint, getting, edge guarded by sword, that's a nasty position to be in.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a look at the damage breakdown in that game of 4 there. Man, the Immaculate Rat with the very low light attack accuracy again. I believe it was game 2, it was like 27% with like 95 attacks thrown out. You got to be able to hit your attacks to be able to win the game, and we see that I think the accuracy on the light attacks definitely hurt him as he made his way through this set. But the damage output was very close between the two players. I think the set was very close, even looking at the scoreline being 3-1. I don't think that really tells the whole story. But fun set to start us off with.
Yeah, definitely could have gone either way, but nice job to Udeaghac. And now that means that Udeaghac, in the elimination side, his next opponent is going to be Faith. Faith ended up, by the way, knocking Frasol down into elimination side. Faith lost to Guichabu 3-0. Faith, a little bit of West Coast representation. Everybody's always talking about NA West coming on up.
Yeah, for sure. We are going to get settled into our next one, though, because I'm just going to go ahead and talk about it because I'm excited about it. I mean, we got Fry coming up, going to be going up against a Fakey, and this is going to be an absolute battle. I already know what chat's predictions are. You guys don't even need to put them on the screen. I already know what chat says. This is going to be a battle. I don't know if Fry can beat him.
Interesting. Why is Fakey in the elimination side so early? The answer is Guichabu.
That's valid.
Yeah.
That's valid.
Guichabu isn't playing excellent. Got the win over Faith, got the win over Fakey. And now, by the way, this is still just to get into top 32.
Right.
This is not even to get into top 32, excuse me. This is to get into the qualifier for the top 32, the winner of which is going to have to go ahead and fight Halo Prince. So, Fakey, Frasol. Who do you have?
My heart says Fry, but paper says Jakey or Fakey.
Yeah. I am inclined to agree at the moment. But sometimes Frasol just pops off.
That's really true. He really does have that X factor, like the fried ass factor. You never know what Fry is going to show up today. And he's been very, very fun to watch on the Fate. I think that is a great weapon. I mean, a great legend in ones. No, this is going to be a battle. This is going to be a fun set, Dara.
I'm curious about some of Fakey's placements lately. I actually don't think that Fakey and Frasol have run into each other in bracket. Frasol's recent placement, in singles, he got 3rd at the Spring Championships. Oh, but it is a little bit more even than we thought. In fact, it's actually in Fakey's favor.
Wait, okay, hold on. We're moving back. We're moving back. No, that's fair. I mean, I really think that this is going to be a very, very close set.
The people's faith in Frasol over time has been, I don't know, I feel like slowly dropping. But we'll see. It'll be an exciting one. But Fakey, 25th at the Spring Championship, 17th at BCX, 17th at CEO as well. Frasol, I feel like a little bit more active in terms of actual tournament placements.
Yeah.
The really big placement was 3rd at the Spring Singles Championships, but that was before the Chakram nerfs, and then we don't talk about the period of Brawlhalla history with Chakrams. Okay, that is blocked out. We don't talk about it. We don't think about it.
It was
otherwise,
fun. It was
honestly,
fun.
the bracket placements are not all that dissimilar. 17th at the Winter Championships with Frasol. Couple of trials, 25th, 33rd placement. And then as for Fakey, 17th at CEO last year. It doesn't even look like that he's been competing in ones all that often. Fakey more so in twos.
No, we haven't really talked about his name a whole lot in ones, and this is crazy. The straight 50-50 split on chat. This is interesting. We had this happen yesterday, but I did not expect it for this game. I mean, Fry, he's a big content creator in the community. He's got his fans in chat, and I kind of thought they were going to turn up for him. That's okay though. We're going to see if he can turn up for himself.
Yeah, they're turning out for him. 51%, baby. That's it.
I'm pulling the strings, Dara. I'm pulling the strings.
This is an amazing time for Fate. Fate specifically, Frasol, and then most notably, I feel like use at the moment. If there's ever a good time to use Fate, it is now. Scythe is still broken, absolutely every single day of the week.
Tell him
ridiculous
again.
damage output. Orb is still, the weapon that's probably it has no weaknesses, it has no flaws, it hits stacks, it does everything that you could possibly ask it for. And then with Fate, you just have like amazing offstage presence. You have really, really good signature mix-ups as well. With like Orb, I believe you can do things like sidelight and something like that. And yeah, Fate is just really solid at the moment. And we're seeing the usage increase.
For sure. All right. I mean, that is the breakdown. We can't do anything else except let these players get ready so we can dive into this action. Frasol and a Fakey. This is going to be a very good one. I really hope that we do see that Moonin pick from Fakey. That's a very fun legend to watch. Bow's just a fun weapon for me. I just enjoy watching it. And Fakey's so nasty on the weapon. And he looks determined and ready to go.
Yeah, it's just going to be interesting. Bow going up against Scythe and Orb.
Yeah.
The Bow matchup against Scythe oftentimes is you just really want to make them uncomfortable jumping in against you. Once the Scythe is really, really comfortable jumping in against you, they're going to be looking for a plethora of down airs just to be able to start up strings. But then I feel like Bow generally does a pretty good job of keeping away potential sidelights. Bow is also really never close enough, or at least shouldn't ideally be close enough for Scythe and Light to be a bit of a problem. But as Bow, your goal is you have to threaten with neutralers so that they don't want to jump in and float up above you.
Right.
Because if you're not using those neutralers, if you're just not showing how fast falling immediately, what's going to happen? You have Enlight, but Enlight it can be a little bit finicky just because of how specific.
It can, but it's also a good guard against that dare off the Scythe, being able to hold that ground, be able to put the Enlight out there.
Is he actually going to be going Moonin? Is that what we'll be seeing for Fakey?
I don't know. I'm hoping so. I think that would be a really.
Oh my god.
Dara's intrigued.
I don't know. I don't get to see Moonin all that often. And honestly, Moonin's like weapon combination, Scythe is amazing now. Bow is fantastic at the moment as well. People don't tend to play Moonin just because, they don't really love his signatures necessarily. So
she's a little squishy too. Defense leaves a little to be desired.
I don't know if it'll be the case. We were proven wrong before. May very well be, different Bow legend, if anything, honestly. Like, there is never a bad time to play Kaya, right? Everybody loves Kaya.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about her a lot in twos, but definitely in ones as well. Spear, bow, great weapon kit. She's got great signatures. I talk about a lot that defense, that speed. No, great ones legend as well.
Yeah, that's right. And I guess in the meantime, I know for like Certain, or hopefully for Certain, that Fakey's going to be on the bow. So I guess we could talk about like bow or in the meantime here. And that one's tricky. That one feels like a very grounded game. Like, yeah, Bow's still going to be like dash jumping, threatening with neutralers a lot. But the thing is that Bow has over Orb in that matchup is Bow is one of the few weapons that can actually contest with like sidelight, right? Just simply with the pressure of D-light. I think as Orb, honestly, if you're going to be like playing away and you're going to be playing like a pretty long distance away from Bow, you have to make sure that you're not the one swinging first.
Right,
because Bow is just able to dash in there, really, really close the gap and close the distance. So we'll see. I'm excited to see who Fakey's going to pick.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, what do we got?
We got Mirage.
We got Mirage. Okay, so all that stuff about Bow.
Yeah.
Totally
throw it away.
No, but
Throw it
the
away.
side stuff is still relevant. We're going to be seeing Spear. Everybody, this is game one. This is the elimination side. This is to get into the qualifier for top 32. So they're still not out of the woods yet. And already Frasol opening off hot, has Fakey off stage. Fakey unarmed GC. D-Light already going to be trying to set up for the ground pound unsuccessfully. Gets back on. And now we have the double Scythe match.
It's crazy how quick Fry threw away that orb. Like, he immediately got rid of it. Wanted that Scythe. We're seeing the aerials kind of go. Both these players just kind of trying to fish it out, figure out the game plan. That got a little dicey off stage. Fry's going to go ahead and charge the signature. Fakey stays out of the way of it. It got the dare. No follow-up off of it, though. Did not get him put in the right position.
Got to recovery. Fakey just dropping back down under the platform, being able to avoid the weapon toss. Oh, that's still connected from that distance. Oh my goodness, even Fakey was surprised considering that he just sat there and took it. Okay, the down is coming out. Not enough knockback yet to be able to combo into the cell. Gets the recovery at the end, and just like that, Fakey was able to make it back onto the stage. Unarmed Enlight is going to just send Frasol off stage here. Calling out the recovery. Fakey has played this game already for quite a bit without a weapon. Let's see what he's able to make happen here. Jumping into the NSIG. My goodness.
Like, literally jumped right into it. Fry just going to hold his ground. Should be a pretty... Oh, see, he's trying to get flashy. He's trying to get that clip, bro.
No. He always does this.
He always does
this. He didn't need to give us a stock like that.
It's the content creator
that was so
brain. He
avoidable.
can't help it. He
That was so
can't help it.
avoidable. Okay, without taking more damage, he was able to get the down to close it off. Frasol, I better not see you do that again. I don't even know what I'm threatening him with. But
Stern talking to.
That's right. That's all we can do here. Okay.
All right, we got the scythe back on side. Fry gonna hold up the aerials, trying to catch the landing on Fakey. But there we go, another dare, gonna toss Fakey off the stage. Fakey trying to find one of his own, can't. He has a bad position though as Fry tries to, he misput with the dare. He could have reached up with a dare, grab Fakey. Okay, gonna go ahead and Sarah his way back on stage.
Okay, just going to be eating that side like a neutral to be able to cover the dodge. Nicely done, but then Frasol just waking up with the down. Nicely done. Making it back onto the stage. He now has Orb eating the sidelight. It was able to catch successfully. My goodness, nicely done. And just like that, Fakey has a pretty big stock lead.
Got a little stutter. It definitely gave him the position he needed, the perfect timing, and Fry is watching game one slowly slip away from him.
Oh, the recovery.
So many whiffs. They were off stage for 35 seconds, didn't touch each other.
That's a neutral. So how much damage does it do? A lot, because Scythe is just like that. Okay, there it is again. Frasol holding down the stage.
Way
Goes
he's
out there
able,
through the down end.
way he's allowed to be able to charge those signatures and get the full extension of that damage. There we go, recovery back up on stage. Oh, he went a little low. Is Fakey gonna be able to punish it? We're both unarmed off stage, fishing for anything. Fakey's very close to knockout range.
Fakey.
Bro.
Okay. All right. Well,
We're
offstage
having fun,
commitment,
guys.
a little bit unsuccessful. And just like that, Fakey, he lost that stock. Some would even say gave him that stock.
It was a gift. It was a gift.
Yes, it was a gift. Okay, he said, hey, Frasol, you give me one of those stocks, I'm going to give you one back. You see? They're friends. Now, Frasol off stage. Fakey not going to be able to get the reversal.
That was a big
The
dare.
recovery got called out. He touches the side of the stage. He gets his resources back. He goes up and over Frasol. Frasol not going to be able to continue the edge guard. Okay.
That was a great weapon toss to be able to keep the combo going, to be able to extend his options, but Fakey gonna go ahead and ladder him up off the spear. Could not get the knockout though. Fry whiffing on the nair. Fakey back. The signature is gonna connect cleanly and give him a pretty good lead at the end there and give game number one to Fakey.
No, that was just an optimal punish.
That was a fun game. Like they were getting silly.
If you call them, giving each other stocks on the silver platter, fun game, then yeah, absolutely, funnest game of all. Yeah, Frasol, I don't know about that. And then you know what, Fakey, he was getting really aggressive off stage. I love that the replay showed that back to back. Good job, production. Just to really seal in the point. Okay, so the big change I'd like to see going into game two is we don't see any more of that. I mean, going off stage, it's a very good commitment, but when you're unarmed going up against Orb, you really have to respect just how big Orb recovery is and how big the disjoints on downer are, so you have to be super careful. If you hit it, you hit it. If you don't, you don't. That's the second time that we've seen that situation come through, where Frasol just goes through the neutral air dodge. Fakey calls it out with the neutral air, but then Frasol, he just wakes up with a downer and then makes the situation his own.
All right, we can see this Scythe versus Scythe again, reaching out with the side sig. No punishment from Fry, though. Okay, back and forth. Fry being taken very close to knockout range. Fakey has him locked in. Ooh, missing on the recovery. That
again. He's just able to catch those landings so well. Fakey with a big lead. His health is only in the yellow at the moment. Frasol being denied from picking up a weapon here. Fakey, instead of going through the weapon stove, he just wants to call out Frasol's movement. He was unsuccessful in doing so. He went super low. He went below the downer, and then he was still able to punish it. He is sweating, but Frasol, he's not able to get these extensions off stage that he's looking for. He's not able to get the big scythe combo that he wants. He gets a downer. He sets up the situation again. Fakey dodges up back onto the stage, and now it is Frasol who's in disadvantage, eating an end light into the neutral.
Yeah, Fry is having a hard time. He's catching the dares. He's not getting much extension off of the scythe. Fakey just fighting unarmed, not caring, go back for more. Recovery's gonna connect. My man is crazy unarmed.
Looking for the ground pound, not going to be able to get it. Avoiding Fakey's ground pound, and Frasol is just hungry for more. He gets a neutral air, he chase dodges, he's able to fly! Okay, he makes it back, No, he doesn't. Why is every Frasol game like this? Why does he always do this? Why did he go into Fakey's neutral air? He just had to let him go. He just had to let go. Yes, let go.
Okay,
he would have been able to chase dodge. Everything would have been fine. And now he's a stock down. He did this to himself.
He's an entire stock down. He has also made Dara very angry. I think Fry is going to get that stern talking to later. The weapon throw over, can't find anything with it. He's trying to fish out again stock, trying to bring things back equal without really earning it, I think. Ooh, Fakey sitting back out there unarmed, sees the weapon spawn, goes for the scythe. Misses. Oh, a lot of whiffs here. Fry can't follow up. He literally had it right there, had his sidelight starter, and no follow-up.
Oh, Frasol still left weaponless, finally able to pick up the scythe, not going to be able to get the sidelight neutrally that he was looking for, getting punished that time around. Fakey was just able to get in there. It's not that big of a hitbox, you don't have to respect it. Okay, looking for the recovery, looking to catch his landing, gets the sidelight. Frasol doesn't go for the neutral air dodge, just ends up jumping out of there anyways. Looking for the down air, doesn't find it. Oh, he misses it again. That should be the punish. He fell down too fast.
Fakey not going to be able to punish it. Fry saw the gravity cancel break dance coming. That way he get one of his own. Okay, that was clean. Fry's like, all right, yours missed, mine won't. Going to go ahead and confirm the stock, but Fry is definitely, I mean, it's getting dark.
He can make stocks backward. He gets the catch. He gets a catch, but he misses the final down that he desperately needed. The recovery was just enough to touch the side of the stage. He gets back on, but that was so close, slow-mo. That could have been it for Fakey. Fakey has a second reset life. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe Fakey didn't put any pressure there off stage. Fry was coming back over with those sweat beats coming out, and Fakey just stood right there on the stage and watched him touch the side. I mean, Fry's, you know, kind of getting a little silly, but I don't think you want to give him the opportunity. Ooh. What a weapon throw from Fakey. That was, I mean, it was a fraction of a second, but it was so clutch and so clean. That was crazy.
Yeah. Fakey closing it out at the end, gets a true combo. Okay. That last stock, that was definitely very doable for Frasol. He didn't sell that time around. You know, one of those stocks, we don't talk about that second stock. We pretend that never happened.
We're not, yeah, we're gonna.
But as for that last stock, I believe there was like one down off stage. And I do feel like actually that is becoming like the common theme right now of Frasol's advantage state, or perhaps the lack thereof. He's so close to getting like those crazy scythe extensions off stage. He's so close to being able to like continue his combo, but then he's just like a few pixels away. He's just a few pixels away and he ends up dropping his punish. If he can tighten that up, I think that this is going to potentially go to a game 4 or game 5, and if not, he is missing out on a lot of damage here.
I'm just trying to figure out, I mean, I know Fry is good enough to be able to take a game, but I'm trying to figure out, with the momentum that Fakey has so far in this set, how do you bring a reverse 3, reverse 3? Yep. How do you get 3 in a row and stay in this tournament?
Well, you have to hit those kinds of recoveries. He whiffs the GC sidelight, and there it is again. He drops a downer. He's still able to get the neutral. Fakey continues to be off stage. He fights his way back on. He gets the recovery. Frasol eating a downer, dodging in, looking for the recovery of his own. Fakey going to be whipping his neutral as well. This is a battle of the scythes. Whoever is able to get that offstage downer, who's ever able to get that one, that's going to be the one that takes it.
Fry charging that signature yet again. Fakey's movement is just absolutely insane. It's so efficient. He's not oh, there we go. Nice. Come back up with it. Unarmed again, but he's super comfortable. Nice job, Fry. That's going to confirm the stock with a little weapon throw to follow it up. And Fry has his first lead of the set.
What was it that I said? Whoever connects that first downer, that's going to be it. Frasol, he had the spacing. He was able to get the optimal punish. Now, why did Fakey just ground pound like that? That's an excellent question. But right now, the question is also, is Frasol going to be able to make it back on? And he does. Fakey opting to pick up a weapon instead. Looking through the GC sidelight that was unsuccessful. Getting the jump call out. Oh, Frasol had to use up his dodge, but Fakey, he didn't go lower. He could have tried to threaten with a GC D-line in that position. Frasol didn't have a dodge.
No, I mean, he did the work to, to bait the dodge out, and then just no follow-up off of it. Fry coming off, he's got that orb in hand. Fakey going down there unarmed against Fry's orb again. That's dangerous.
He is lucky to make it back on that time unscathed. The sidelight into the neutral. Tried to go for the recovery to cover the cross-up, and he ended up getting punished instead. Landing with the sail, the weapon toss, going to be able to extend optimal. Okay. The downer being able to punish the GCD like Fakey is looking for any way he can to take the stock. He is beginning to fish. He's fishing.
He's getting a little desperate because
what's he catching?
Nothing. He's trying to catch a stock off a Fry, but it's not working out. Maybe a pogo, don't know. The miscalculation on the weapon throw sent it in the wrong direction. There we go. That's going to catch, but Fry is still allowed to exist, but that is going to go ahead and finish off that first stock of Fry. But Fakey, I mean, he's battling his last one.
Okay, Frasol, he's able to get the true combo, the two place the side light into the Sally, nicely done. Orb just gives that to you, such an amazing, amazing combo. So many weapons, are so envious, I know definitely Scythe is. Okay, Frasol now on the Scythe, he's trying to get something going here, but Fakey getting the pogos, almost got the triple, but now he is off stage against Scythe. Frasol,
What a dodge.
but he ground pounded, he put himself into the corner, he put himself off stage. He's able to go for the wake up downer, getting himself out of disadvantage. Frasol, he gets a double downer. What did I say about that off stage downer? He is able to connect it. He does not drop that punish, but Fakey getting his dodge back in time. He makes it back on.
Fry somehow let that slip through his fingers, and now Fakey is back in the driver's seat with the Scythe. Fry, though, gets a weapon drop. Is he going to go pick it up? Yes, finally, with the orb, throws it away. Going to go over against Fakey unarmed. He wants that Scythe. He's waiting for the drop. He's got it. Dare is going to send Fakey back off stage. Charging it up. He's trying to get lucky, trying to catch Fakey slipping, coming back up on stage. Fakey going down unarmed yet again. Can he get a weapon? The spear is going to be. There we go. Side light Sarah.
Whoa. We got to talk about that. What was Frasol pressing off of side light? Because he was typically jumping away. He was in a corner. Maybe he wanted to call out like a potential neutral. Sometimes spears, they like to empty hop after they hit the side light. Anyways, Fakey is now off stage. He almost got hit by that downer. Frasol's spacing was actually quite good. The sail didn't connect. Fakey was able to catch the landing. Nicely done. Okay, Frasol, he gets a true combo. It is too close to the center of the stage. Not enough to KO.
Fakey's allowed to come back over. He saw the signature coming from Fry. Fry can't. Got the opener, didn't feel confident extending it. There we go, Nair into ground pound. Fakey letting it all fly here, trying to go ahead and wrap this up in 3 games, not letting Fry extend this to a game number 4. These are long days, Dara. You don't want to play all these extra games. You do not have to, but Fry getting the job done and giving us a set, Dara, 2-1.
How did he close that out? Was that a breakdance at the end?
Yeah.
Okay, from a weapon toss.
Yeah.
He tossed the weapon down. He was able to get that. That was a pretty cool way to get a stock. Okay, so I feel like the situation has flipped over. Fakey's offstage commitments are becoming, in my opinion, a little bit questionable.
Okay.
That ground pound, like that stock that we just saw, I did not love it. It ended up, of course, resulting in him losing it for the stock. The thing that I love from Fakey, though, I feel like he's going through like a lot of the correct wake-up options off of like Scythe Downer, Scythe Neutrally, and he's just able to get a hit on Frasol anytime he's trying to extend his combo. But the big adjustment, the thing that resulted in Frasol winning that game, I think is all the damage and the stock that he was able to get from actually spacing and connecting his downers off stage. In the first 2 games, he did not get those. In game 3, he got those. Going into game 4, let's see what happens now. Fakey controlling the stage, Frasol trying to get back on, and he does successfully.
All right, I did like the gameplay from Fry in game number 3. It was a little more less Fry. I mean, it was a little less flashy, not trying to really extend those clips off stage. And now it seems like we are just buckled down and really trying to turn this set back around. Back to this Scythe Ditto. Fakey throwing the weapon away. I do love how both these players are so comfortable fighting unarmed.
And Frasol, he is so comfortable controlling the space, but he went for the sidelight neutrally, and he wanted to catch that same cross-up with the recovery. I like the idea. He wasn't able to get it that time. Fakey is in a nasty position off stage. Frasol, he's not committing to anything crazy. He lets Fakey get back on, but he's able to pick up a weapon. Not going to be able to get the D-Light. I'm pretty sure the D-Light at that point would be able to KO. And Fakey, he just wants to be able to get that D-Light or the downer into the sail. The D-Sig was not enough to KO off the top.
Blue weapon throw down, going to keep Fry at bay. We are all tied up on this first stock. Who is going to be the first to strike? Who is going to get that advantage? Fry definitely needs it. The dare is going to get dodged through. Fakey, still no weapon. Fry is going to try to starve him out, find the Sair, find the stock, and Fry has still got a lead.
He's so good confirming off of those weapon throws. Yeah, he's just able to really just turn that into a lot of damage or even into a KO oftentimes. Nicely done. Frasol taking his sweet old time. He waits for the recovery, and then he's able to get the extension.
I like that.
I like that too. That was cool.
Recovery, gave him just enough momentum to get back up. Fry's cooking off stage. Fakey, where you at, bro? Okay, there he is.
He was a little bit too close to Fakey, and Fakey was able to get the recovery. Fakey makes it back on, but right now he needs anything to get this stock. He needs a recovery. He needs some sort of an offstage option. He needs a cider, and Frasol finally getting hit by the recovery. He was getting a little bit too comfortable off stage, but that time he had a stock lead, and I think it was a good choice for him.
He had a good opportunity to look for the clip there. He had a little cushion. All right, Fry gonna come up. Orb back in hand.
Oh, Sidelight a little bit too late. Endlight a little bit safer than you would think to whiff as Scythe. Okay, he's really fishing now. Fakey not in a position to get hit by Sidelight. He's very aware of the option, and then Frasol just able to catch the jump. That's right, you have to remember, Orb was just so good at KOing off the top thanks to that recovery.
You know, I'm about to eat my words because I said I didn't see a way where Fry could go ahead and get 3 in a row to reverse this, but he is looking so clean here in game number 4. It is a distinct possibility here. He has adapted to Fakey very, very well.
Yeah, I think so too. He's able to get the call out with the recovery. Fakey is just constantly in the corner. He's able to get the D-Light. He chase dodges out there, backs away, tosses out his weapon, opting for the spear instead. Frasol getting whiff punished, finding a neutral. That is what Scythe is so good at. It is reversing and flipping those situations. The recovery, the weapon toss. He's threatening again. He doesn't connect it that time around. Weapon toss upwards. Frasol, this is the good Frasol.
Yes.
This is Frasol waking up. This is him getting comfortable and not getting punished on some of his crazy weapon throws and signatures.
Nice
Down it.
pogo from Fakey,
Wow.
shutting down that momentum that was definitely needed. He's got to put the brakes on this right now. He is in orange on his final stock, and he is in danger of letting Fry take us to a game number 5 when he had
Oh my gosh.
so much momentum built in the set, and Fry is just taking it all away. Fry somehow, some way, pushing it to a game number 5 against Fakey. And he's still, Fakey just stone face. He has no emotion. He is just 100% locked in. He don't smile, he don't frown, he don't nothing. He just stares and push buttons.
That's right. Frasol, he has been looking for that same sidelight neutral recovery the other direction multiple times, and he keeps on connecting it, honestly. And the times that he ends up whiffing it, he doesn't really get punished for it. So yeah, very nicely done. Frasol getting a little bit more comfortable on the orb this time around. Just so consistent with actually finding a sidelight series. He's getting more comfortable off stage, and now he is on the precipice of making the comeback. He was down 2 games. He might be taking this game 5. Is Fakey running out of steam is the question.
I mean, it certainly seems like it. Fry is adapting so amazingly going through this set. And I mean, I want to finish it out. I mean, I want to see the dream. Fry was down two games. Yep. I mean, come on, Fry, put a bow on it.
Oh, whipping that D-Light. Frasol sailing in the wrong direction, just ends up getting punished for it. D-Light, N-Light, true combo. Fakey just trying his best to shove Frasol off stage. That is what Bo does best. You control the ground, you make the ground scary. Frasol able to land successfully.
I do like this Kaya pick. We talked about it before the beginning of the set, and we're finally seeing Fakey pull it out. I think that defense is going to help a lot, especially since, you know, that glass cannon attack power of Fayette being able to withstand a little more of that extender stock, just a little bit more. And we're seeing it work out so far pretty well for him as he's going to confirm the first stock. He is only in yellow, and he has got Fries back against the wall.
Yeah, all out of options. He had no choice but just to eat that side stick. That was honestly just optimal spacing. Frasol playing it nice and safe, backing away here, or the answer, excuse me. Fakey looking through the D-Light now, going through just a jump here. It didn't end up connecting. Frasol landing aggressively here. He doesn't get the down air. Fakey, nice timing on a dodge.
Very scary being underneath Bo like that. That ground pound can come at any time, and it is super quick. Fry, though, is going to go ahead and confirm as stock number 1, get us all tied back up. Oh, he's looking for it. Fakey trying to find a safe route back to that weapon, and he got it. He did not take any damage during that interaction.
And Light, such a nice poke as to get off me. He ended up pogoing on the stage. He probably wanted to go off stage to potentially get a spike. Okay, Frasol, he is just looking for any way he can to set up those off-stage situations, but Fakey, he has been getting better at catching those landings. The GCD light didn't connect. Fakey has used up a lot of his resources to get back on. He touches the side of the stage. Frasol knowing, okay, I don't have a weapon, he doesn't have a weapon, I'm just gonna go ahead and pick up a scythe instead of trying to push this.
No, he did not start Fakey out though. Fakey was allowed to go ahead and pick up the bow. All right, seeing his confident movement around Fry here.
Oh,
that
the
dare,
punish,
he
the
was
wake
waiting
up.
for it. Oh, Fry, great use of the weapon throw, but he's still going to go ahead and get punished and sent down to the blast zone. Fry is on tournament stock, Dara. Say it ain't so.
Yeah, this could be a heartbreaker for Frasol. He has to ride the clutch. He has to wake up. He has to get in here. But right now, Fakey is getting everything that he wants. He tries to GC D-Light out of there again. And then Fakey got a huge punish for it. That was a lot of damage. He's going for the haymaker. He's pressing everything that he's got. The N-Light ends up connecting, but he's not able to get anything huge.
That was huge.
G-Light? Why not?
Why the nair? Why the nair? Why?
Hello?
Tell me, Dara, I need an explanation. Why did he nair?
Exhausted? You know what? You ask a phenomenal question, Slow-Mo.
I need answers.
Well, right now the answer is Orb Sail because Fakey is off stage. He goes for the weapon throw. The GC D-Light into the sail unarmed is going to be able to do it for Fakey. He's able to close it out. Very nicely done.
Fry made him work.
Yeah.
Fry made him work that set. I was getting nervous for Fakey because it really looked like Fry had him dialed in.
Yep.
But just could not get it done. The Kaya pick proving it true for a young Fakey there. And he is going to be moving on his elimination run. And good job, Fry. It was a good, good run.
I gotta say the wake-ups from Fakey were very good.
Yes.
I think that was something that he was consistently doing well all set. And I feel like especially in that game as well, he was just swinging out of disadvantage at times. And then turning Frasol's advantage state into his own, essentially. So very nicely done there. And yeah, I believe that one interaction that was off the top, that why he didn't go for recovery, he already used his recovery once. And because I think if he went for a jump afterwards, that would have been the last of his jump, so he wouldn't have been able to do an exhausted recovery. I'm not sure if exhausted recovery from the D-Light would have been able to connect. That's my guess, at least. I don't know if we're going to get a replay.
It didn't look right.
It definitely didn't look right.
It didn't look right. Oh, man. But either way, he got the job done. He's moving forward in his elimination run, and I am sure we will be seeing him here in a little bit, either on mainstream or over on our side stream broadcast, and Fakey's going to be going up against Halo Prince here in just a little while.
Oh, that would be such a success. I love watching Halo Prince, I gotta say. Definitely a super cool player. But, oh no, I think that's going to be on the mainstream, actually. I think we'll be the ones that are getting that set. But either way, really nicely done to Fakey. I think at the end, though, the thing that really worked out for him was his ability to catch a lot of Frasol's landings. I believe it was the first stock with the bow and sig, if I remember correctly. And then otherwise, every single side like that he was looking for was connecting. I don't know why Frasol opted for GC D-Light, or GC whatever it was that he was pressing, out of Spear Sidelight. Out of Spear Sidelight, you're typically going through timing mix-ups. They don't have any true guaranteed combos after that. If you still have a dodge, of course, right? You can jump away, you can dodge. There's a whole lot that you can do. GC D-Lighting there is like a, you know that they're going to jump after you. You know they're going to try to do like a delayed neutral.
Exactly.
I don't think Fakey established that, and Frasol gave him a couple of openings that way.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. Like you said, though, we are going to take a little break and get back to the action here in a couple minutes. But before we do, have you guys signed up for BCX yet? Are you kidding me? You need to go over there and sign up for BCX. The second week in November, Brawlhalla.com, BCX, November 21st through the 23rd. It's only going to get more expensive. Get signed up, get your hotels, get your flights, come hang out. It's going to be an amazing weekend of Brawlhalla Esports.
That's right. Definitely not something that you want to miss out on at all, because BCX, it's a celebration of Brawlhalla.
Yes.
It's always an amazing event. You don't even have to compete. There's always something for everybody. Bring your friends, bring your family.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We will be back here in just a minute. Don't go anywhere.
sigue! ¿Te faltan pantalones? ¡No puedes detenerme! ¡No temo a nada! ¡Nada nos puede detener! ¡Somos imparables! ¡Bienvenidos a Brawlhalla!
Welcome back, everybody, to the Midseason Championships here at CEO. It's Saturday. It's day number 2. We've already had some elimination side matches. Slow-mo, how do you feel about some of the matches that we got to see?
That last one was a roller coaster. I really thought Fry was going to do it. My heart wanted to see it happen. The reverse 3-0, he was so close, but Fakey was just too much of a force to move out of the way. And like we said, Fakey's going to be moving on his elimination run and going up against Halo Prince actually here in just a minute for us.
That's right. So that's going to be a very interesting set. Halo Prince is somebody that I feel like I got a chance to see the most of in a 2 setting.
Yeah.
Halo Prince is known for, I think, more than anything, his scythe. A lot of scythe in ones today, guys.
Yeah, a lot of scythe in ones.
We didn't get to see a Talos. No, we did get to see
Yeah.
one. We got to see one for a little bit today. But yeah, Halo Prince specifically known for his Loki and his Nyx.
Which
is
two very exciting legends.
Yeah.
I love watching some Loki. I love watching Nyx.
I don't love playing against some Loki.
I don't.
Why do they play like that, man?
Because the signature kit just be
Oh,
wonky.
it's so good. It's so good.
Signature kit be absolutely crazy, but it looks like we are going to get into it because we did take a break and gave them a couple minutes to be able to get set up while we were away. And we should be able to slide into this next set for you here in just a second. This is going to be Halo Prince going up against Fakey. And this is going to be a elimination side top 32 qualifier.
Yeah, so there is a lot on the line at the moment. I believe top 32 is where the payout begins, doesn't it?
Yes, we do. Does pay out to top 32.
Yeah, so there's money on the line now.
Yeah, this is literally a money match.
This is for the money. So Halo Prince up against Fakey. Honestly, I gotta say, Fakey, he was just able to get better and better as the set against Frasol went on. Again, the thing that he was able to do best, I think, was just his ability to be able to catch landings. I really liked his spear gameplay specifically. I'm surprised, honestly, how little we got to see bow neutrally from him because I feel like it's such a fundamental tool. Halo Prince, on the other hand, what are some of the wins that he was able to get up until this point? Well, Halo Prince was one of the people that ended up upsetting Vicina.
Yeah.
That is why he is here. That is why he's in the top 32 qualifier. That's a very big upset to make. And then he ended up getting knocked down into elimination side by Mordex Jesus, Marky Moo himself.
Yes. No, I mean, that's got to feel good. You know, being Halo Prince, knowing that you're coming off of that Vicina upset, and definitely got to provide you with a little bit of confidence going into this next fight. But man, Fakey was looking amazing up against Fry. Even though it started to waver a little bit, he was able to go ahead and clutch it out and get it done. I'm very interested to see how Halo Prince is going to be looking in the set as well. I do want to see, I mean, I know I say it all the time, but I want to see game 1. I just want to see game 1.
I'm going to be honest, I did like Fakey's Kaya a little bit more. Simply just because I feel like the Scythe wasn't working out the best for him. With Scythe, it's all about what? It's all about getting that big dodge read. It's about getting those big dodge reads. It's about getting those really big edge guards off stage. And I just feel like he wasn't able to extend as much as he would have liked to. So the Kaya pick, especially just because of the signature kit of Kaya. Kaya is Kaya at the end of the day. His like catches, you know, especially things like bow and sig, right? Spear D sig. I don't even have to talk about that move. You can all visualize it. You can all feel it.
Yes.
Shudder went down to his spine thinking about Kaya's Spear D sig. So yeah, I did like the Kaya a little bit more than I did the Mirage, but maybe he'll give it another shot.
No, I completely agree. I think Kaya is such a strong legend in being able to have the bow. I mean, I would have liked to seen some more of it, just like you, but what we did see was good usage. I'm very interested to see if we're going to see him just start off on the Mirage or just go straight to the Kaya.
No, me as well. So yeah, but Halo Prince, that's the that he's especially in E2 setting, which is what I was the most familiar with gameplay. I feel like he's a bit of a wild card. I definitely casted a onesie, a single set of him in the past, but I guess in the meantime we can talk about while we're waiting for them to jump in, waiting for them to get into the game, we can talk about some previous bracket placements for Halo Prince. Halo Prince ended up getting 25th at the Spring Championships, 25th at the Went Through Championships, 17th at Trial of Furia, 49th at Trial of Skuld. So 49th, 25th, all of those are the ones placements. So not exactly, not really like approaching the top 8 side of things, but a consistent top 32 placer at this point.
Yeah, and it does look like a little bit of an improvement too. I mean, we're looking at the good placements, the top 32 placements, the Spring Championship and Winter Championship, and those are both 2025. If you look back in the past, the past events, like we got 50s and 45s, and so we're definitely seeing a good improvement. And chat is telling their story right now, Dara. Chat seems to be Team Fakey all day.
Yeah, and honestly, I have a feeling it could honestly go either way at this point. I just feel like Fakey is a little bit more recognizable of a name, and I think that just may be due to Fakey's 2s placements, which is what Fakey is known for, and I think that's like so exciting and so interesting that, with Brawlhalla, you have some players like, for example, Kaina, right, who are amazing in both 1s and 2s, and then you have some that would prefer one or the other. Fakey's definitely one that prefers the 2 setting, and honestly, quite frankly, so does Halo Prince. Halo Prince, that's how I know his placements, 13th in 2s, right, at the Spring Championships and whatnot. So these are basically 2 different 2s players playing in a 1 setting. In elimination side, this is to get into top 32. This is for the money. This is the aforementioned Kaya. We're going to be seeing Halo Prince on the Nyx that we talked about. Still going to be representing the edgy Scythe mains. We're opening off on a tri-plat. Let's get it started. Game 1.
All right, Halo Prince, like you said, lock it in on that Nyx. And we were correct. Fakey's just go ahead and just skipping the Mirage, going straight to the Kaya. I mean, I think he saw just what we did. It looked really good. He looked very confident on it.
Well, Fakey tried to control the platform, ended up getting down. Halo Prince already looking to get that D-Sig. It was unsuccessful. Fakey with a bit of a punish. More than happy to keep on holding onto the stage here. Down a weapon toss, unsuccessful. Halo Prince just picking up the blasters now. He's at the edge of the stage. He goes through the dash jump down. So aggressive, so bold, and Fakey able to get the D-Light anti-air.
Yeah, that was a great D-Light to go ahead and catch the landing. Oh, there we go. That is that Nyx special with the neutral sig, throwing him off the stage, finishing up with the weapon throw. Halo Prince carving out a lead at the beginning of game number 1.
That's what every single Nyx wants to do.
Yes.
They'll look for it, they'll fish for it, and sometimes you'll catch the big fish. Halo Prince, he got the big fish, the first stock. He's trying to land onto Fakey here, use bow, so at this point you need a recovery to KO. Oh, the downer, Halo Prince, he's going out there, he's going aggressive, he's going crazy, and Fakey just putting a stop to it all, breakdancing. Nicely done.
That was such an unfortunate position because he had to get up there and touch a stage. He tried to get on that little bottom corner, and the only way to touch a stage was to get hit by the breakdance. There was no other option for him.
Yeah, but Halo Prince put himself in that position.
That's true.
He went deep off stage. Somebody wanted that stock a little bit early. Guess what? That's quite frankly how he plays in 2s as well.
Right.
So Halo Prince looking for the jump catch, not able to get it. Sidelight backing off. Fakey, he's able to get the neutral, just catching Halo
nice
on the
juggle.
platform. Gotta say, Bo, they love this stage. They love controlling the platforms. You have Enlight, you have neutral, you have so many options.
Absolutely, so many options, especially with these tri-plats here. And we're seeing Halo try to make the most of it though, but Fakey able to thread those recoveries in, putting more big damage on. But Halo Prince holding his own so far in game number 1. This is super close, but Fakey, the weapon throw, the javelin throw is gonna go ahead and connect, and that is gonna put Halo on his final stock in game number 1.
That's right. Halo, he's just jumping out there. Fakey goes for the early recovery. Halo Prince has been consistently either slide off D-Sigging with the Scythe or blasters down or even just jumping after him. So, you know what Fakey has adapted to? He just goes for the immediate aggressive option. Halo Prince, that time around, waited back, played back. Fakey went through the GC D-Light. He was able to get back onto stage, and now he's gotten a huge punish because of it. Wow. Tries to go through the N-Sig, not going to be able to get it, but it does not matter. The momentum is not stopping anytime soon. Fakey has a massive, massive lead.
He does, and he's swapped over to Spear. Much easier to find the knockout compared to Bo. But let's talk about his bow, because it looked fantastic in that game. We didn't get to see it a whole lot in the last set, but he was turning up on that bow.
Yeah, he was just waiting. He was waiting for Halo Prince to be somewhere where he really shouldn't be. I think, honestly, the thing
that right there
that really did it for Fakey this game is that it felt like every attempt from Halo to Edgeguard, he went through the down air with the blasters, he slide off, he did like a slide charge with the D-Sig, right? Or, you know, when he actually tried to play back, Fakey was just able to adapt and go through the GCD light. Halo Prince, I feel like it is time for him to start adapting. If you have blasters, maybe it's time for like a D-Light at the ledge. Because Fakey has he feels comfortable, right, when he's at the edge of the stage. He hasn't felt pressured, he's gotten a couple of big hits in already. Let's see what Halo Prince is able to do in this game too.
Halo needs to control this tempo a little bit. Fakey was able to just run the show the entire first game, even though it ended up being a little close, but Fakey very confident on this Kaya. Okay, Halo looking for a weapon. He wanted that side. Fakey whiffing on the side light, whiffing on the neutral light. Halo coming down, gets pogoed, punished off of the dare. Fakey tried to extend that side light again. Halo Prince did not move over into it.
Halo tries to go through the delayed so doesn't get it. The end light so doesn't come out. Fakey just gotta be dodging in and punishing it successfully. Okay. I gotta say, Fakey consistently so comfortable in disadvantage against Scythe. Able to get the pogo, though. No Scythe player has been able to get like a super huge string on him on the stage. He dodges in, he gets the punish on the next immediate option. Yeah, looking good.
No, he's looking very good. I think he's starting to realize that he might have the advantage in this set. I think he's starting to realize, oh, wait. Sweat beads out. Fakey able to get back up there unarmed. Oh, good series of weapon throws there from Halo Prince to be able to keep the pressure off of it. But now he's got to get back over to that weapon drop, and he couldn't get it. Fakey immediately throwing away that bow, has the spear back in hand.
Oh, the delay ended up whiffing, dodging up, not going to be able to punish the neutral either. Halo, he's just looking for any big hits. He gets the downer. He goes after Fakey, jumping away. He's able to go ahead and fake him out. That's going to be another downer. That should be the stock, and he does it with style. Going out there with the D-Sig, it finally connects. Did he need it? No, but you know what? It was still pretty cool.
Slapped him in the face with that one for sure. All right, but now he has got the stock count tied, but Fakey is starting to carve into that damage deficit just a little bit more, pushing Halo Prince into that knockout range. We see the weapon throw come out. Fakey gonna follow up on arm.
The recovery, he was just waiting for him. He was able to get the punish again. That's already the second or third time that Halo Prince has just gone for recovery over the ledge. And now he's looking for a way to get back on. He's not gonna be able to do so. The diagonal part of the stage is not gonna give him enough clearance to avoid the downer. Fakey timed it well, and now he is an entirely stock down. He's trying to even up this damage, but he's only able to get a two-piece.
Yeah, there we go. A little extension off of that. Missing on the nair. Catches the recovery, coming back up on stage.
What an extension!
That was very good extension. Fakey, though, taking the low route. Weapon throw up. Halo Prince right there. Smacked him all the way down to the blast zone. And go ahead and keep this thing tied up. Halo Prince is looking fantastic compared to game number one.
Yeah, he maneuvered around that weapon toss so well, and that weapon toss is going to be saving his life. That GCD, like Grandpa Fakey, wanted it so bad, but the weapon toss coming in just in the nick of time. Not going to be able to get the full extension. Halo out of options when it comes to landing. He was able to land successfully, still eating a couple of hits. This is doable, but that is going to be enough to KO off the top. Fakey closing it out, clutching it out, but we're beginning to see some signs of life.
We did, but I kind of don't know what to say here, because like, okay, we have that Loki pick. We know he has that in his back pocket. Okay, we're down 2 games. But the Nyx is starting to heat up. It was looking better. He's making the adaptations. Do you make the swap to Loki and try and mix things up completely? Or do you continue to push through on this Nyx and hope that in game 3, it's enough?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. And the answer is, does he want to play guitars? Does he actually want that signature kit? I feel like that's like so individual and up to him.
Yeah.
He really just was not opting for the blasters at all that game. He's going to be sticking to the Nyx at the moment. We're going into the next game here. But again, he's beginning to get a little bit cleaner on some of these edge guards. He's beginning to get a little bit more comfortable in neutral. We might be seeing a repeat of last time, which is we're taking Fakey to a game 5, but then Fakey ends up closing it out. We'll just have to see.
Oh, we are in a position for that to happen again. See if Fakey's going to be able to stop history from repeating itself there, because I know he doesn't want to go to game 5 in this one. Once that top 32 spot.
Sidelight, weapon toss. Why did he not go for the follow-up? Oh no.
Halo Prince gonna stay on stage, not gonna push that offstage interaction with Fakey. I think he's learned his lesson as the set has gone on. Ooh,
Able to dodge in.
That was a
The
great
optimal punish on the whiff. D-Sig able to find a D-Sig of his own. Down to ground pound, gonna be catching his recovery, and just like that, Fakey stock disappeared before our guys. Wow.
Absolutely. He whiffed on that washing machine, and a Halo getting a great punish. I say, you know, you don't punish a signature with a signature, but he just stood behind him and charged it, got a good
He set
solid
up
connection.
again.
Wait,
Fakey with no dodge, but Halo Prince not going to be connecting his offstage daily that he was looking for. He needed it, but it is okay. He still has that lead. He eats the Sari. That is going to be the stock. Honestly, it's not that big of a damage lead.
No, it's not. Not at all, actually. But it's the best position we've seen Halo Prince in for this set. The Nyx is continuing to warm up. The Nyx is continuing to get better. I just hope he hasn't run out of time. Fakey, though, staying behind, extending the string. There we go. Nice reversal from Halo Prince with the dare, trying to take Fakey back off stage, but everybody's back in neutral now. Reaching up with the recovery, can't find anything off of it. Fakey somehow sneaks a Sarah in there and gonna put himself back in position.
Hey, he
Ooh.
wanted that GC side sig. Fakey only going to be finding a recovery for his troubles, but he did end up making it back onto the stage, and the game is now just about even. Fakey doing what he does best. He's controlling the ground. He's making it difficult for Halo to land. He gets it down, the weapon gets knocked away. The GCD like recovery, not enough to KO off the top. Picking up the blasters now, tossing them away again. Just gonna weapon start Fakey. He's hungry. He wants that weapon, and he's gonna be able to pick it up, not before he taking a stock though.
He has gotten so many knockouts with that breakdance so far, just this entire tournament. We've watched so many, and just during our block, so confident unarmed and being able to get that breakdance in there. Oh, we threw away the blasters. We won the side.
He's not been out. No, he's not been connecting a lot. That down air was one of the first blasters moves that he's connected aside from like that one side light that didn't go into anything else. Halo now going to be opting for the side, looking for that N-Sig. He's not going to be able to get it. Fakey getting a couple of big unarmed hits in. Halo Prince, he's doing anything he can, and the Saru does connect. It is going to be able to get the stock. We're going to last stock, but you know what? I have to say, Nyx has that X factor. Halo Prince has that X factor. I don't think Kaya can steal stocks quite like Nyx can.
No, I don't think so. And I'm just really impressed with Halo Prince and how he has continued to improve as we are moved through this set. Fakey struggling to be able to finish it up here. Throws away the spear. He wants the bow. There we go. Misses off the neutral
No,
sig.
the down
No
air
punish.
missed. What happened, Halo Prince? That was supposed to be a punish. Okay, that's a little bit rough. He's able to get it that time around. He's looking for it again. He's looking for the side light. Fakey whipping that D-light. Halo Prince, he was too busy doing something else, so he wasn't able to punish it. Jumping away, gets hit by the side light. Recovery's out of there, but Fakey gonna find a recovery of his own to be able to go ahead and close out that game and close out that set with a 3-0. Fakey makes it into top 32.
Yes, Fakey making it into top 32 elimination side. Halo Prince, I was very impressed. The way, like I said it a couple times during the set, but the adaptation that was happening in real time was very, very impressive. It just wasn't quite enough. I mean, it's only a best of 5 set. He could not quite get it done. Fakey walking off victorious again, and like we said earlier, we'll be seeing more out of him later.
Yeah, you know, we didn't get to see a lot of the blasters playing.
No,
we got to see like a down air connect. We got to see a side light connect, but oftentimes he was just opting to toss the weapon away. And then, you know, there's a couple of like aggressive offstage commitments, but more than anything, honestly, some of those drop punishes were pretty rough. I think Fakey overall did a better job of, again, catching those landings. That is what Kaya's all about. That's what Bo is about. That's what Spear is all about. And then just being able to juggle Halo Prince successfully, like at the end there. So nicely done from Fakey. He's going to be moving on into the top 32 side of things. That means that Halo Prince is completely knocked out of the mid-season championships. He's done. He's gone.
Well, fortunately for him, he's going to have some Fire Brawlhalla to watch for the rest of the weekend. He's in sunny Orlando, Florida. We're at a beautiful venue, so much going on, so I'm sure he will be able to entertain himself the rest of the weekend, I'm sure.
That's right. So I do believe that does actually conclude it for Pool FF1. That's what it's called on StartGG, whatever this wave, whatever this pool is. I don't know actually which matches we're going to have coming up quite yet. I'm sure production will let us know in just a moment's time, but so far, you know, we haven't actually been seeing all that much Terrace. We've been seeing a lot of Scythe gameplay here, but at the end of the day, Kaya's always going to prevail. Kaya's always going to make it into the top 32 side of things. I am curious though. I'm looking at some of the other, you know, waves. I'm looking at what's going on. I'm trying to see who made it into top 32. I see that Stingray made it over Hybrid into top 32 after getting knocked down by Sack. Sack was able to take it over Volst. Acno Radish, they made it in basically without dropping a sweat. Sandstorm made it in, kind of made it in. Ian made it in over Wubbs.
Okay, okay.
Huge.
I'm here for it.
Jeff made it in as well. Jeff made it in over Seeing Shade.
Good deal.
Took a couple of wins, took a win over Sublemon, which is quite good as well. And then Jeff was ultimately knocked down to elimination by Wubbs, so that's all pretty cool. Whoa. Okay. This is a good one. This is a sick one. Bunny Vem 10 Kilo. Very simply, I got a chance to talk to Bunny before this set, and Bunny was like, "Yeah, I beat Vem before."
Yeah.
So I think
So
you
this
should
will
do
be
it
good.
again.
This will be good. No, Bunny will do very well against Vim 10 Kilo. I'm excited to see the Rayman. I imagine that's what we will see. Bunny is definitely known for her axe. This is going to be a good one. Vim, we've been talking about him a lot, you know, with the Spring Royale, everything else. He's been doing his thing. We talked a lot about him and Wes yesterday in the twos portion of this weekend, but this is going to be a battle. I'm very looking forward to this one.
That's good.
Okay.
Who has Vem been going in singles today? Is my question.
I'm sorry?
Who has Vem 10 Kilo been going in singles today? Is my question. But I haven't been able to catch that. So it actually ended up being at CEO last year. So last year, same event at the Midseason Championships. That time around it was in Daytona. Bunny was able to take the set in a 3-1 victory. So they're getting the run back. They've only played that time once before. They have not played at all this year, of course, because they've never been in really the same LAN or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is an exciting one. This is a fun one. And I believe, which side of bracket is this? Is this already in top 32? Where are we right now?
That's kind of what I'm fishing for.
No. There's a top 32 qualifier
okay.
on the winner's side, actually.
Copy. Thank you for that, Dara. Taking a look at the chat predictions, and that's fair. Like, that's a good split.
Wait a second. We just told them that Bunny has a positive set history on Vem 10 Kilo, and then it all changed?
And 10% listen to us.
They should have closed it before we had anything to say. You guys are cheating. When you get the channel points for this, I hope you all feel bad about yourselves. Okay. So Bunny up against Vem. This is going to be a fun set. This is going to be an exciting set. I'm interested to see how she's going to be doing in ones.
Yeah.
She doesn't necessarily always feel the best about ones. She really likes playing in twos. But in ones, sometimes, I mean, she can be a demon, especially when it comes to the offstage gameplay, because that can be one aggressive Rayman play, especially with the gauntlets, even with the axe. She goes out there. She goes out there and she gets the KOs that she is looking for. She can be so scary.
She is terrifying off stage on axe. And I mean absolutely terrifying. Vim's got to watch out for that. You don't want to push her off stage. You do not want to put yourself in that position. Just got to be smart. I'm interested to see what her game plan is coming into this, how she is thinking about it, what her strategy is. Who knows?
Yeah, so Vem, last time that I had a chance to see him play in ones, that was at max mode. That was at Chalk Room. That was the Chalk Room event. So quite a bit has changed since then. He ended up placing 4th at the South America Spring Championships, but he is still one of the finest players that South America has to offer. He's a fantastic competitor. So I'm interested to see who he's going to be going. You know, the screen is telling us Teros, but you know, everybody's just been kind of swapping around legends, and it's always a good time to play Teros. Now even more so, Hammer is broken. Hammer is so good.
Super broken.
That's right.
It hits so hard. I mean, a light attack off of Teros Hammer is like 34 damage. Like, why?
A lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It is so much. And yeah, and Bunny, the Rayman, but also Secret Scythe pick. She's also got a Fate. She's also got a Fate, because again, everybody has
Everyone's
a Fate
got
at this
one right
point.
now,
You got to have a Fate.
Everyone has one right now. Orb is definitely finally getting its time in the limelight, I do fear. No, Bunny looks locked in. She looks ready to go. I do assume we will see that Rayman. Or maybe she'll mix it up, trying to do something else different against Vim.
Yeah, just waiting for them to go ahead and lock on in. Yeah, I'm excited for the set. Big fan of Bunny's gameplay for sure. And there's a lot on the line here. You want to be able to get into top 32 on the winner's side. Bunny, to be able to get up until this point, she had to take down Athena. Very respectable bowman, very respectable.
Yeah.
And then as for Vem 10 Kilo, he got a 3-2 win over Cheeto. Cheeto going to be taking Vem 10 Kilo to a game 5.
That's crazy.
That's awesome.
That is actually crazy. Cheeto played very well in twos yesterday. I got to commentate one of his sets. Very impressive going to game 5 with Vem 10 Kilo in ones. You see that Brazil power rank number 5 from Vim.
3, 2,
and we were no
1,
waste of time.
brawl.
Button
Not
checks,
at all.
No, button checks went very quickly, and we were right into game number 1, Dara.
Them gonna be on the Mollex Bunny, of course, on the aforementioned Rayman. Everybody, this is to get into top 32. There's a lot on the line here, and Bunny already sliding off, able to connect that end light, gets a downer, end light again already. Them into the yellow here, not gonna be able to get the jump call out that he was looking for, not able to get that downer. The recovery connects, combos into the downer, and that is the aggression of Bunny. She goes out there, the NSYNC connected. Vem gonna be getting his dodge back, does make it back onto the stage. He got his jump back, he got another dodge, he was able to make it back on, but Bunny goes out there. You are not safe until you see her get back onto the stage. Oh, okay, well, you gotta do that to her.
Rayman's signature kit is crazy. That
Wow.
neutral sig taking her all the way back over there and connecting at that. I do want to talk about a little bit as Bunny's trying to tie this up. We got Vim on the Mordex. We kind of predicted that.
Oh, the Sunset catching the cross up. Vem was not getting. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Oh,
Slow-mo,
no, they cut me off, not you. What are you talking about?
She's playing at 150% capacity right now. She is playing fast, and she is making Vem sweat a little bit.
Yes. No, Vim on this Mordex is a little interesting. I did kind of think we were going to see the Taros, but maybe didn't want to ditto that axe. I don't know.
The downer connects. Oh, you saw that? That air dodge, that's a tricky one. You know what she's doing? She is baiting. She's just waiting for you to go above her with her recovery because then she wants to hit you with a neutral air. So very tricky. Good job, Vem, getting out of there, going out there for the ground pound. The weapon toss coming through. Vem, he is not challenging her off stage. He's just going up and around. He is not having any of it.
No, not at all. Very, very tight contest so far. That signature kit again hitting the gravity cancel down sig, and that is going to be the beginning of the end of that stock. Vim now on his final stock. Bunny in orange on second. She's looking impeccable game number 1.
That's so cool. Rayman oftentimes just opts to go for a D-Sig on the stage because of how safe and unpunishable it is and how disjointed it is, going through the pivot D-Sig out there. That was awesome. And now Vem has to make it back on. The GC end light, the weapon toss into the downer. She's looking for the ground pound. She's looking to take out the stock. She touches the side of the stage, but that ground pound dealt enough knockback, and she is down and on last stock.
She got so much damage there.
Yep.
Great position. You saw her lose the end of the interaction, but it's whatever. She got so much damage off of that. Vim is now very much so in knockout range. We're going to see the down sig maybe come off. No, she let the side sig charge up. See what we're going to do to try and get rid of Vim in game number 1.
Walking in, walking out, looking for the recovery. Vem just opted to stay on the side of the stage.
And that was going to be enough. I didn't think it was going to be enough, but it certainly was. Bunny taking game number 1 pretty confidently.
So we set the stage for the offstage gameplay, and a lot of this game was defined by the offstage. Maybe it wasn't the crazy edge guards, but honestly, it was the sheer amount of damage that was dealt out there. Bunny, she was piling it on.
She was. I think we're going to see this one interaction. Oh, I love that down sig. And be able to finish it up there. Yeah, I told Vin at the beginning, he wasn't listening. Don't take her off stage. Don't do it. And she punished him for it every single time. And we are going to move things to the dome.
That's right. We're going to Miami Dome for game number 2. Let's see what we got. Bunny just getting a lot of unarmed downers. GCD light into recovery as well. When she holds forward, she holds forward. She pushes her advantage as hard as it goes. Them going to be getting a downer just to break up the pace a little bit here.
Going down there again. He burned the dodge. There we go. Okay, nice dare. Gonna take Bunny back off stage.
GC, oh my gosh.
Oh, it had vision. Oh, wait, no, she touched. No.
I don't think she did.
I saw it with my own eyes, Dara.
Oh, okay, we'll get a replay of that. In that case, that's a little bit unfortunate for Bunny. Not going to be able to make it back on, and now all of a sudden, she is a stock behind.
Yes.
Vem is controlling the stage, able to get the end light. Okay, she's not able to get a lot of big openings here. Vem is connecting everything that he's looking for.
No, nice pressure with the D-Sig, keeping Vim off stage. Catches her with the side light, swaps over to Gaunt's. Bunny, though, fighting unarmed. We've seen this a lot today. There we go.
Sliding off
nice
the D-Light. Vem baited. He waited, and he punished too. And then he gets the stock for it, the ground pound at the end. I don't even think that was necessary, but he still went for it. 3 stocks to 1, beating Bunny at her own game, which is the off stage. And now she has to make a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, weapon throw out. Leaves her unarmed. Gets the unarmed recovery. Is she going to go over for that weapon drop? Is she going to get it? Gauntlet's back in hand. Vim throws the weapon right above her head. He was trying to call out that jump, but she did not push the button.
looking for the recovery, but she was up a little bit too high. Too high to be able to catch grounded there. And now she is still struggling to take out this stock. She wants that recovery. She's dashing in, dashing out. She's going to try to bait something, but Vem just catching her timing.
Yeah. He definitely adapted a lot. I mean, I think that early stock kind of knocked her off her mental a little bit at the beginning of this game. And I think we just kind of had like a snowball effect based off of that first interaction. But Vim doing a very good job adapting to this Rayman gameplay, dancing around Bunny, and making especially the scythe a little more effective as Bunny gets pushed out to the side again. Is he going to put the pressure? No, he's learned. He's not going to go down there after her. Catches her trying to come back up on stage. We see the Sarah of her coming back over. Weapon throw out, catches the gauntlets again. We're back into neutral. Vim whiffing on the D-light. There we go.
Light comes out, able to whip, punish the down. Amazing spacing. Neutral coming through. The ground pound, not going to be able to connect. Vem eating another down. She is trying to make it happen off stage. Vem again goes up and around to be able to make it back on. She keeps trying to set it up. The GC side sig to be able to punish Vem on the stage, but now she's left weaponless. She gets caught by the signature. Nicely done from Vem as he closes out game 2. And he didn't just close it out. He closed it out with confidence.
Yeah.
That was a dominant game 2.
Well, I mean, he had that lead from the very beginning, and she was just not able to get it back. We saw, I mean, she was starting to get back that damage deficit as we went through, but just not being able to overcome being an entire stock down. And that right there, that was such an unfortunate way. We were literally 25 seconds into the game, and she got deleted off the bottom of Miami Dome.
So a couple things going on here. Number one, Bunny, she's not able to do the things off stage that she's looking for. Why? Because Vem is just able to go up and around a pretty safe distance that she's not able to threaten all that well. I liked her axe more than I did the gauntlets that game, so I'd like to see her opt for that. The second thing was when it actually came to the edge guarding, Vem, he did not feel particularly pressured. He was just catching Bunny's timings again and again, and he was able to make it back on. Bunny was just not able to secure the edge guard. He gets the down air here. Bunny's in a nasty position. She's able to get the GC and Sig. She did touch, so she got all her resources back, but that is not going to be enough in the face of a down air. Vem coming up with a lead once again.
Yeah, Vim's locked in. The fact that that didn't work that time, he was waiting for that neutral Sig. He was in position. He was there to punish it. And he's taking away that Rayman signature kit that gives Bunny that little bit of advantage. There we go, down Sig coming out. Vim just floating right over the top of it. Gonna go ahead and put a Sarah on her. Fighting back unarmed.
Oh, it's
still
so
continuing. No, Vim's tightening the screws, Dara.
He felt so comfortable walking up and asserting his dominance there. Bunny just looking for any opening, able to get the side light. Vem just going to be jumping away, not going for the immediate recovery. D-light and light. I don't know if that was intentional.
Oh, Vim, do you have it?
Okay.
Yes, he does. Plenty of options to get back over stage. Bunny wasn't there to punish. Unarmed, to come back over and get the weapon drop. Axe in hand. We need to see it swing, Bunny. We need to put some damage on Vim 10 Kilo. Oh, going deep. Coming back up the recovery. Oh no, the down Sig missed.
Didn't connect. Okay. Oh my gosh, I don't know what she went for, but she just ended up getting D-light recovered. And just like that, Vem is up in the same exact position as last time. 3 stocks to 1. Bunny gonna be left weaponless here, looking for a way to be able to make it back on. And Vem is extending, getting all the side combos, looking for the GC side light, not gonna be able to get it. Bunny, oh, she has no recovery. She has to go jump and over Vem's side recovery there, but she keeps getting put off stage. This game is definitely Vem's at this point.
Yeah, Vim's looking really good, actually. He's getting a little confident in his movement here. You can kind of see the little pep in his step, if you will. He's looking fantastic. He's trying to dial in with those gauntlets, staying under the down Sig from Bunny. Her edge guards aren't working anymore. There we go. The Sarah's going to connect. It is enough to drop him down to that bottom 45, but that's the first stock, Dar.
It was the first stock. She has a lot of work ahead of her at the moment. So let's see what she's able to do here. And the answer is not a whole lot. Vem just going to be able to catch her going back onto the stage. And Vem is going up with a 2-1 game lead. Last year at CEO, it was Bunny that won with a 3-1. If Bunny's going to be able to take this again, it's going to be a game 5. But I have to say, Vem is looking unstoppable at the moment. Is he going to be able to do it? Is he going to beat Bunny? It's looking like
it. It really does kind of concern me. Kind of makes me nervous for Bunny because it's not close anymore. Like, Vim is heating up. Vim has got you figured out. Vim is dialed in. He is adapted, and she's not making the adaptations. It keeps going further and further in Vim 10 Kilo's way, and it's not looking good for her.
Yeah, Vim, he's locked in. Bunny, she's got to lock in a little bit.
She does.
Yeah. So she's not able to do the thing that she does best, which is again like the really crazy offstage gameplay. When it comes to on the stage itself, I'd say Vem10 Kilo's advantage state is getting better and better as the set has gone on. He's been getting more and more extensions off of every single scythe hit. So he's doing great. He's doing excellent at the moment. He has a lot of momentum behind him. But honestly, Bunny, she can just flip the switch. She can just flip the tables at any point in time. So anything is possible.
It's that signature count for Bunny that concerns me a little bit, because we saw in game number 1, it was the usage of those signatures. It was the catching the neutral sig coming back on stage. It was the catching the down sig, you know, on the edge guard. And, you know, we did not have, well, there wasn't a single signature hit in that entire game between either player. And you take away that factor from the Rayman kit, and man, it's just a rough position to be in. 239 damage does not win games.
That's right, but we're going into the next game, potentially the last game on the winner's side.
Yes.
This is winner's side, of course. This is against the top 32, so there is a lot on the line at the moment. This is for all the money here. Well, not all the money, for top 32 money. Bunny, Gauntlet Ditto at the moment, able to get the GCN light to extend. I like the idea, I like the option.
See some signs of life. We're seeing that down sig come out.
She goes out there through the ground pound. Vem not gonna be able to punish it.
Okay, good set of down airs there. She's gonna follow up. We saw the recovery come out, but no. But now Vim is in the driver's seat. We see the scythe put in the work weapon throw out. He's unarmed, but still gonna go ahead and get some more damage. He's back on the gauntlets, trying to rack us damage off a great ground pound from Bunny. That is gonna give her a fantastic lead. That's what we needed to see out of her.
He scouted it out, and she was able to find it, and now it is Bunny who has the stock lead. Vem was playing back here, not gonna be able to punish the end light. Interesting, was able to get a punish that time around. Bunny playing a little bit floaty here, just waiting till last possible second to land. Is now left off stage without a weapon, able to get the exhausted recovery, nicely done. End light coming through, but okay, what a grab. Them just able to grab Bunny out of the air and get that stock. Signature.
Go, Vim. I'm gonna go ahead and send her up. Oh, no weapon to be found. That's a horrible position.
No.
Oh no.
Is she gonna be able to touch?
No,
Did she touch?
no.
She did not touch. Bunny, you stuck. It was new. It was fresh. She had the lead.
Yeah.
What happened?
She doesn't anymore.
Oh my God. Okay, well, all of a sudden
rough.
it is Vem10 Kilo with the lead. Bunny, who is struggling to be able to make it back onto center stage. Is she gonna be able to get a big opening here, or is this gonna be it?
I mean, I guess the silver lining of this, even if it is not good for Bunny here, this is winter side. Nobody's day is done. This is not ending anybody's tournament run. Just going to make things a little more
the
difficult.
GCP light. Oh my gosh, Vem was just able to get a big punish forward. Goes for the weapon toss there. Oh my gosh, Vem is playing so comfortably. Bunny picking up the axe, giving up a bit of stage. Vem just going to be kicking her off with the side light. Bunny does not get the down and punish. She has not been able to punish Vem going out there. Vem is going to be able to get the two-piece and close out the game and the set. Bunny, what happened, Stock 2? What happened? We need to see a replay.
It's so heartbreaking. That set started out so well for her. She looked so confident in game number 1, and then a Vem10 Kilo set up in his seat and shut it down. That last game, no, that was unfortunate. She had a lead. Like, she had a good start to that game. It was right there, but she just could not extend it out. Vem10 Kilo was able to pick away at those stocks and send her straight down to elimination side.
Yeah, so that does mean she still has a potential bracket run ahead of her. Let me see exactly where she ended up in the elimination side. That means her opponent is going to be Raid. Okay, so Bunny up against Raid. That's going to be happening on this stream. And then J44L is going to be going up against the winner between Athena and Cheeto. I think those are going to be our next 2 upcoming matches, Slow-Mo.
Athena was amazing in 2s yesterday. So much fun to watch. I'm looking forward to that set. Man, this has been a roller coaster of emotions for these last 4 sets. There's been a lot going on. Some good battles. Man, what do you think, Dar?
I'm really excited about Brawlhalla at the moment, I have to say. It's really fun. So we got to see a couple of exciting winner's side sets. And then I believe everything from here on out is just going to be elimination.
Yeah.
Slow-Mo and I. How many more sets do we have together?
I think we got 2 more. I think we're on a 6 block. Yeah,
right.
we got the long one today.
Yeah, they have us working. So that means on the elimination side, Raid knocked out Clem. Okay, so Clem is out well before the top 32. Bunny has to go up against Raid. And then Cheeto has been on a bit of a bracket tear himself. Took it over Hydra in a 3-0. I have to say, Cheeto is playing quite well today. Cheeto, took Vent on Kilo to a game 5. Bunny was only able to take him to a game 4. And ended up losing that set. Cheeto, game 5. Cheeto's going up against Athena. We might be seeing Cheeto up against Jal or Athena up against J44.
These are all good. We don't lose here. No matter what, we win. So I like that.
Are we throwing it too big? What's happening? Guys, what's going on?
My instincts say yes, but I only do what I'm told.
That's right. But in the meantime, everybody, let's go ahead and talk about some merchandise. Go ahead and go on over to
the merch booth. If you're here, just go to the merch booth.
Or if you're not here, or maybe if you're here, just want to go online, brawlhalla.insightcousa.com. There's a new collection of Brawlhalla merchandise. Brawlhalla Year 10. Go ahead and get some stuff. So much Brawlhalla merchandise has just become my home clothes at this point. We get so much stuff every single year.
Dara, I have like a section in my closet that's like this, and it is just nothing but Brawlhalla clothes.
So much.
Just nothing but Brawlhalla. But no, I mean, the merch is always comfy. It's always well made. I love that new jogger suit. I am definitely taking one home this weekend. It's just happening.
Do it. Go ahead. Go on the website. And if you're in the venue, I'm talking to you. In the audience, I'm looking at you right now. You can't tell, maybe. We're going to go ahead and, check out the merch booth. But everybody, please stay tuned. We have a couple more elimination side matches coming on up. We'll be with you shortly. Don't go anywhere quite yet. We'll be back.
but the roles reversal, and now Snipes stuck in the corner, gets out with an air, but Jakey fights back with a side air, and the damage output is so crazy.
Hi, Mainstream.
Hey,
Are
what's
y'all
up, Mainstream?
watching us? If you are, come over to twitch.tv/ProBrawlhalla. Side sig, baby.
We got side six here. We got Jakey taking the stock there very, very early on, but we move forward here as Jakey shows the strength of the Roman Reigns, the high strength Teros taking that stock.
Yeah, that is kind of a scary aspect of this matchup is like you coming in here with Teros in the strength stance, 9 strength. Ada's going to be coming in with 4 with that defense stance, recovery.
Guess for game.
Down air. Oh, wow, goes for extra, and that's going to be an easy KO. I like that Jakey ran away from it afterwards. He's like, yeah, I don't want to give you a chance for the hit for the chase dodge.
Yeah, I mean, it's so interesting seeing the kind of like the polar opposites. If we see the Ada side sig, very fast move, and then the Jakey side sig, like I KO you at yellow. So obviously completely different sides of the spectrum here in Brawlhalla meta, and so Jakey showing it off there, and also showing off some of that flare off stage, even unarmed, forcing Snipes to lose that stock, taking game number 1. 48 count of light attacks, 42% accuracy. He won the game in almost 20 moves.
I guess, yeah, that's roughly how that maths out. I was mostly thinking about, like, he did noticeably more damage than Snipes did, and I think that was predominantly off the back of, like, he just hits harder. Also looked at Snipes' damage. He did 1 with the blasters, which I don't even remember him hitting a weapon toss with it.
3, 2.
I believe.
Like, I know he picked it up, and I swear he just threw it away. I don't remember him hitting with it.
Well, regardless, you know, the 1 damage better than a lot of other players I've seen that throw it and hit
I've seen some zeros, that's for sure.
Snipes looking to get some action started here on the unarmed. Picks up some blasters. Those Ascended Nyx blasters at that as well. But, you know, you go for the downer, you whiff it, and then throw the weapon away, say, I want spear. That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, he just does not want to play the blasters. Blasters in a decent spot right now, too. A little bit interesting. Might be a matchup thing. Good pogos here, but Jakey's still holding on.
Nice side light there into the D-light. Jakey doesn't dodge out of that side air. Now Snipes has the wall, goes for the pogo there. Jakey really good at dodging the very immediate pogo, but the down sig comes out. You were talking about that. It holds you in place, but quite a vertical hitbox. It looks a lot more vertical than it actually is. So there, Snipes gets a KO.
Yeah, just covers all around there. Snipes coming back onto the stage. Didn't take too much damage prior to those couple hits from Jakey, but now starting to get chunked. Once again, Teros hits hard, especially on this low defense Ada.
Using the stack fight there as the end light comes out, and Jakey going for the down air there. Now Snipes on the wall as Jakey looks to get this KO, tries to scoop but doesn't score, doesn't connect there, and Snipes on the unarmed, very, very aggressive here, finally gets caught up with the side air, but he looked quite confident. I'm happy to see that from Snipes.
Yeah, sometimes that's how you have to play, especially, like, again, Teros not really known for being, like, a particularly fast character. Like, some people will definitely say his axe comes out quick, but you can kind of get in his face and beat his startups.
I love to see that from Snipes there. Using unarmed as basically another weapon in that sense. So the end light off stage, though, as Jakey goes for the signature, does not get the spike hitbox. No hitbox connects, and Snipes now with an opportunity to take another stock lead here with a side air, and that will find the KO. Snipes up a stock, and we saw in the previous stock, Snipes with up a stock. He looks really, really good. He plays very, very aggressive. I love to see him trying to push that lead versus Teros.
I do like how he's playing this, kind of utilizing the longer range that this spear has. Comes in with that nair. Going to beat out a lot of the options that the hammer has in that position. Now he comes down, was looking for the dodge, but Jakey ends up getting onto the ground, just falls down.
It's so interesting the way Snipes plays grounded. He's not even facing towards the Teros a lot of time. He's using a lot of that dash movement. He doesn't need to. Nice exhausted recovery to beat the GCD light out and doesn't get hit by it. Side light into Wade, burns the dodge but doesn't get a punish. The side air comes out and we go for a weapon toss. It doesn't connect, but the GC down light does beat the end light on the hammer. We see another weapon thrown away, another pair of blasters. The end light comes out and Snipes now looking to take this game in fashion. The pogo comes out and Jakey does punish that down sig that time though.
Not enough to KO there. The down sig from Snipes will KO. That's going to tie things up 1-1.
Night and day from game number 1, honestly. Snipes looked really unconfident in game number 1, very, very nervous, but it feels like he took that game loss and he was like, all right, let me do this, let me lock in. He locked in a great way. That's a 2-stock him there for Snipes.
Yeah, I feel like Snipes definitely changed up how he was approaching against Jakey. Like in game 1, I feel like Jakey was doing a really good job jumping over a lot of Snipes' options. This time, I think Snipes tried to play a little bit more aerial, tried to match Jakey in the air. That ended up working out for him.
Game indeed, and it looked really, really good that time. We see 32% accuracy on Jakey that time. So every whiff came with a punish, and Snipes having 51% accuracy, showing that he can get the whiff punishes on the spear and the unarmed. We see the weapon damage distribution there.
Still one.
More damage on the unarmed from Snipes than the axe on Jakey. That's a big stat differential.
Yeah, Jakey struggled a little bit there, especially like his hammer. I felt like never got to get online. He got a couple of good big hits, but he wasn't able to get like the stomp sliders that you usually want when you're playing hammer.
Okay, Jakey now taking the offense to Snipes as we see the unarmed play into the axe pickup, gets a lot of damage, and we swap to the hammer immediately. The scoop, the score, no KO though, and another nair, and the juggle continues. You're at KO damage now. If a side stick could come out. Snipes goes for the end light and the side six. Nice weapon toss there. No dodge, no dodge. Jakey has to recover to the wall. He can't make it back. Snipes steals the stock away unarmed.
Went for a gravity cancel. Snipes beats it out, and Jakey just does not have the movement. That is a nice lead for Snipes, considering Jakey was getting good hits to start this off.
Big side light there into the recovery. Tries to bait out Snipes going for center stage. Another nair comes out, punishes the end light. I like this playstyle from Snipes. Very hit and run using those soft platforms. Weapon toss comes out though. Unarmed versus axe, not a place you want to be.
Down Sig, easy punish there from Jakey. Outspaced the gravity cancel down light, and Snipes had no option but to fall right on into that one. Jakey gonna opt for the hammer here to start off these.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, unfortunately, kinda welcome back. We are going to have to take a couple more minutes. I think we got to reset some things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Seems to be a little technicality thing going on back there, but do not go anywhere. The stream is going to reset. They're going to get things adjusted in the back, and we will be right back with the rest of your coverage.